On live now. Hello, welcome to the Matt and Cabby channel watch along with Rob and his dog and the Matt and Cabby. How you doing, Rob? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Weather's not so hot today. Shall we say, it's been persistently raining since about 4 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, it's not the best, is it?
No.
Oh, any tasty ties in the Championship, you think, or Premier League?
Treat
What matches are
yourself
on
to
the Premier
this
League
year's
this?
Love Honey Advent Calendar.
There's quite a few today. Burnley have already lost against Chelsea.
Right, I'll tell you what. Let me get the
Um,
video printer set up. Hold on.
yeah. So Burnley lost 2-0 at home to Chelsea. We've got Bournemouth, West Ham, Brighton, Brentford, Liverpool, Forest, and Wolves, Crystal Palace, all 1500 kickoffs, along with ourselves, of course. And then we've got the great unwashed against the big team from Manchester at 17:30.
Oh,
So yeah, it's not a full program, but it's better than some I've seen where there's only been 2 or 3 games on a Saturday.
5:30. Hello, Carl Wingfield. How you doing, mate? He's a member of the channel as well. Thanks very much. I had to get rid of the member names on the thing until I was sort of trying to sort the ticker out for the delay. Hello, Black Packer Andrew. How you doing, mate? Says hello, Black Cat fans. So yeah, I mean, already a good result for Sunderland. Chelsea beating Burnley because actually, like I say, it's another rival, isn't it?
Yep.
Because even though we are where we are in the league, we're still favourites with Leeds and Burnley to go down. So that's what we want. No disrespect to Burnley or Leeds, but it helps us, doesn't it?
It certainly does. The more teams below us lose, the better for us.
Yeah.
Even if the wheels come off completely, it means we've got that little bit of leeway, and as long as teams below us are continuing to not pick up that many points, it bodes well for staying up. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I was just watching. I think he was an American guy who's obviously into his soccer, shall we say, and he was doing an analysis of Sunderland and how, he said, even if they lose every game from now on, they've scared the life out of people. Um, Good afternoon, Colin Major.
All right, Colin
Let's
soon.
let's get carried away, man.
Just bear with us if I'm not ignoring people. I'm just literally just putting in setting up the ticker, the video printer for the Premier League scores as well, because there's a few games on today. Which is a rare choice, isn't it?
It is, and as I say, the great unwashed are playing Man City at 5:30. So I'll be praying for a Man City win, just
Yeah.
just to maintain the gap.
Just to maintain the gap just that little bit, eh? So just bear with us a
I'm not
second
I'm
till
not going to predict the score, but I'm going to stick with what I said on Thursday, which is Sunderland to win by 1 goal.
Ooh,
Could
yeah,
be
yeah, fair
could be
enough.
3-4, could be 2-3, could be 0-1. Not sure which, but I reckon a 1 goal win for us today.
Take that all day long, mate. I will
Good
take that.
afternoon, Susie Forrester and Colin Major. Gerald Wright, Van Life.
We've
The
got
Pack, aka Andrew. MN Rack, yep. I'm going for a 1 goal win. I'm not sure whether it'll be what the score will be, but I've gone for a 1 goal win for us. And John Bell has gone for something similar. I've tried to post the teams in the chat, but editing in Messenger isn't brilliant, or editing in YouTube isn't brilliant, so it looks a bit arse about face, but the team members are all there.
yeah, I've put it up there, Rob.
Cheers, Cammy.
Any games in the Championship you would like to keep an eye on?
I will pull up
I'm
what's
just putting some later scores on.
on in the championship.
That's a
Just give
cracking
me a
win for
second.
Coventry before, mind.
They were getting beat.
Hmm.
They were getting beat when I joined when I logged on earlier on. Um, Coventry were getting beat, but I don't know. I haven't seen what the
They were
final
getting
score
beat
was yet.
2-0 and they've won 3-2. West Brom got a
Yeah.
player sent off, which didn't help. Southampton thumped Charlton at Charlton 5-1. So
Yes. Yeah.
Southampton are
And
starting to really come good since they got rid of Will Still.
yes. Yeah.
And a decent win for Bristol.
Bristol won 3-0. Yeah, we got some interesting games in there today. Ipswich Wrexham could be a good one. Leicester Stoke will be another good one. Middlesbrough down at Oxford, so long journey for them. Um, Portsmouth Millwall, that could be an interesting game. And QPR Hull are playing quite well at the moment, so um, QPR not so well. So we'll see how those pan out. But Coventry are now 8 points clear at the top of the championship from the Smog Monsters.
The Smog Monsters. So I'm just talking to my son.
How was his footy game this morning, mate?
Um, oh, the loss, but I mean, they enjoyed it. That's the main thing.
Is it what's the weather like up your way? Is it just as
It's
bad as it
dull
is down
and
in deepest,
cloudy.
dampest Devon?
Oh, aye. It's a bit showery.
I've been listening to the commentary off safc.com today, so
Yeah, I don't think the thing of Radio 5 Live, I mean, they'll be no doubt broadcasting the Liverpool
yeah,
game or something. They're not going to be.
yeah,
It's only available on BBC Radio Newcastle if Five Live are comment. If I've worked out the
yeah,
pattern, it's only when Five Live are doing
yeah,
the commentary. That's when um, basically Radio Newcastle allowed to broadcast it as well. So
yeah. But the thing is, you can get uh, Barnsley and Benno on the new Radio Newcastle coverage on the
you can do,
safc.com
yeah.
site. So yeah, you're limited. You can only turn the volume up or down. You can't do much with it, but it looks it gives you a chance to listen to the game anyway, and it doesn't cost anything to register.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah. Just as I thought, Five Live. They've got Liverpool, Forest, and they've got Newcastle, Manchester United. But we've had our fair share of.
no, I'd say it's
Oh
the
wait a
it's
minute,
the
no.
it's the other Manchester.
I think we'll be
It's
all
the
right.
Blues.
We will be all right. We will be okay because Radio 5 Live Sports Extra. Um,
Are covering it.
yeah, Premier League football on Radio 5 Live Sports Extra. So we'll be okay to go with Radio 5 Live's commentary on Radio Newcastle's commentary because the BBC's got it on. So yeah, we're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, so Carl Wingfield's going for a 3-1 win. MN Rax said that was Regis Lebray on the phone to Cabby asking for his tactical prowess.
I'm not ignoring everybody. I'm just I've got a lot going on. I'm setting up a lot of stuff, and
we've got to.
I've got people messaging me left, right, and centre. So bear with me 2 seconds. What do you think of the lineup?
I think it's as expected. It's exactly as expected. Siddiqui, Lafay, Traore, Isidore up front or forward half. Xhaka,
Yeah,
Ronaldo, Gertrude in the middle, and the Hume, McGeely, and Ballard anchoring the defence, and the keeper of the season in goal. So yeah, what more can we ask? It's what we expected, and funnily enough, the subs are exactly what I would have expected as well. So Adringa, Brobby, Alderete. Nice to see Alderete back on the subs bench.
yeah, absolutely.
Arthur, Mayenda, Dan Neil, Luke O'Nine, and Pato with Talby last of all. I think we'll see Brobby and Talby on second half at least. Alderete possibly getting a run out in the second half, depending on what the scores are doing.
Indeed. We've got on our polls so far, 25 votes so far, 56% win, 36 draw percent, and lose 8%. It's going to be a tricky game. I'm predicting that the fact like Fulham's going to play. It's going to be dirty. It's going to be physical. I think they're going to be. There's a lot of stop-start. I think they're going to try and
Yeah.
stifle Sunderland's quick flowing football.
Yeah.
If it's got a very much, I don't know what it is, but it's got like a Burnley feel to it. And that's why in my preview I said 3-0 Fulham, and people saying, "Are you mad, Cabby?" It's like, well, I want us to win every game, but you know, if we're not on the ball today, I think it could be another sort of Burnley game all over again.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know why.
and
I've
you
just got
know
this gut feeling.
the games we've lost this season, Burnley and Man United, they were where we didn't take our chances and weren't concentrating. We gave goals away.
Hmm. But like I say, I hope I'm wrong. Of course I do. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You must be the same, Rob. You must get this like you get this gut feeling now and again, didn't you?
You do, you do. And to be honest, I think I sort of had it with Arsenal. I thought we would lose that game. I didn't say I thought we would lose the game. I actually pegged us for a draw in that one, but I didn't think we'd win it. But we could easily have done so. And doesn't matter how well Arsenal played, the team was stupendous. They were absolutely outstanding. Yes, they lost their way a little bit at the start of the second half. But the upshot was we came back, we started doing what we should have been doing, and Arsenal couldn't live with us. We outmuscled them, we outplayed them last half of the second half.
We certainly did.
So
But it just shows you how
and
dangerous Arsenal were, because if it wasn't for Ballard, they would have won that. And
yeah, oh, yeah,
that's what
absolutely,
good teams, elite teams, do in the Premier League.
absolutely. I think the Beastie Boy had just appeared and ran away again, so he'll come and say hello shortly.
Oh,
I'm,
did
I'm
he?
sure of it. Yeah.
Greg Bucky, good afternoon, mate. Good afternoon to Imrat. Good afternoon to Dean SAFC, saying 2-2. Fulham, what is Fulham's nickname? I think it's the Cottages.
It is, yeah.
Um,
Because of course they play at Craven Cottage, which is
yeah.
on the bank of the Thames.
And it's all because of
No,
that little cottage in the corner. It's actually a football stand, that as well, you know, they sit at the
it
top.
is, yeah. Um, it's not the closest football ground to a river. That's I think Notts Forest or Notts County. Uh, County ground, I think it is right on the riverside, and if they get high water, the pitch floods. Um, I think it's Notts County that one. But Fulham are right on the riverbank as well. So
It's up to Hugh and how he handle Iwobi. Yeah, I mean, every Premier League team you play, they've got their star man or star men. Do you know what I mean? Thanks for
yeah,
the subscriber already, thank you. So, look, I mean, you don't get any more star-studded teams than Arsenal, do you? And we more
oh
than
no,
handle them. I don't care what anybody says. I had somebody, when I was watching the boys play football today, there's like an Ipswich fan, his son plays as well, and he came up to me and he says, you must be chuffed to bits the way Sunderland are fourth. He says, you'll be in dreamland. I says, I am. I says, but funny the slogan. I says, I am not getting carried away. I says, we're fourth. I says, but I'm just taking one game at a time. I'm not getting ahead of myself saying Champions League, blah, blah, no way. You know, because there's that many teams on such the same value of points. You can drop and move 9 places within a couple of weeks.
That's it.
And we are favourites to still go down, whether you like it or not. We are. That's what people are going to say. But all the pundits still say we're going to get beat every week.
Yeah, especially Sutton.
Ali McCoy says we're going to lose 2-1.
Yeah.
But
Between Brentford in 12th and Sunderland in 4th, there are 3 points.
That's what I'm saying. It's mad. I mean, I think we're 7 points ahead of Newcastle, aren't we? But that's not really. Are we 7 points ahead of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a lot because
we get 2.5 games in it.
That's the way I look at it. 2.5 games. But hey, I'm just focusing on today and today only, and that's what I'm focusing on.
Yeah, team need to be on the ball from the off. None of this sloppy passing, trying to play out from the back. Just get the ball away. And if they do that, I think we'll be all right. The defence is solid. We've got one of the best defences in the league. In fact, we haven't conceded that many goals. We've only conceded 10. There's only Man City and Arsenal have conceded less. Oh, sorry, Crystal Palace 9. So we've got a solid defence. And we can score goals. We know that. We're not prolific, but we can score goals. And a 1-0 win will do me fine.
Let's get carried away, man. Let's get carried away, man.
Let's get carried away, man.
Yeah.
Oh, dear me. Good afternoon, Nat Trevelly. Beers at the ready for whatever result. Hope we have all had a nice international break. Yeah, I've actually enjoyed it. Feeling pretty confident for today, says Joseph. And Tony Riley says afternoon all. I did actually enjoy the international break because I did a watch along for the Scotland game and I thoroughly enjoyed that. I'm glad I did a watch along for that. That was a belter of a game. That
it was a bit end to end, wasn't it?
Oh, it was mental
till the last 7 minutes.
Crazy.
Yeah. Colin Major. We mentioned the cottages. For Fulham, they're also known as the Whites or the Lily Whites as well. But I always thought the Lily Whites were Tottenham. But according to Goggle, they are also known as the Whites or the Lily Whites. But the cottages is their main one.
Indeedy.
Let's get carried away, man.
Davey, let's get carried away. Why has it changed my screen name? That is YouTube. Nat, I don't know what it is, but YouTube just has a mind of its own. There's a lot of people do say that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? What's happening with?
Yeah, because Colin Major used to be Colin Major, not Colin Major 3351. So.
Yeah. Well, it did. Yeah. But.
I'll be Macam Cabby XXYZ or something like that.
Oh, dear. Spare us a second. Nice to have a 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, it was the Arsenal game it just seemed to it went quickly enough, but by the time you kick off it's dark and by the time you're finished it's after tea time sort of thing. But that's the way it is.
Absolutely, is it? As Bruce Hornsby saying, that's the way it is. But still a grey, murky day, but it's not rained much. It was it's that drizzly thing, but I don't mind. I don't mind. It is what it is. You know what I mean? That's one thing we can't control. That's the weather.
Yeah, that's very true. So, interesting what we were saying there is the 3 points difference between 12th and 4th in Premier League. There's only 6 points difference between 16th and 4th in the Championship, which isn't a lot. And you've got 4 points separating 10th to 3rd in the Championship at the moment as well.
We've got a new feature here as well. We're going to have we've got Tinsel the turkey here. First of all, Tinsel, how are you doing? You okay? He's on live. Is he on? Let's have a look. Oh, great stuff. Good to see. Good to yeah. Good to hear from you, mate. Yeah. He said he's a bit nervous this time of year. Did Tinsel. So but I think if he's a celebrity, he's not going to be getting so much affected. So are you going to do some predictions then, Tinsel? Are you? He's on the phone now. You are. That's fantastic. Yep. Oh, sorry. Yep. So he's going to go now with Bournemouth against West Ham. How do you think that's going to go then? Right. Tinsel says Bournemouth are definitely favourites here, even though West Ham are going to be they're climbing the table a little bit. So he says Bournemouth 2, West Ham United 0. Are you up for that, Rob?
Yeah, that sounds about right, I think.
We do, yeah. Let's go for Crystal Palace. What do you think about Crystal Palace? Well, they're away to Wolves. Right, okay. Oh, right. He thinks Wolves are going to get a win. All right. 3-0, he says. He says 3-0 to Wolves. He said 3-0. That is a mad result. I mean, is he being a bit far-fetched there, do you think, Rob?
He's been on the sage and onion stuffing.
He's been on the sage and onion stuffing, I'd say, yeah. And yeah, you're going to go for one more. You're going to go for another one, aren't you? Brighton against Brentford, yeah. He says he's not interested in that one. Okay, no problem. Fair enough. What about Liverpool against Nottingham Forest then? That's going to be a big game, Tinsel. Okay. Oh, really? Right. Yeah. He thinks that's going to be a score draw. 1-1.
1-1. Yeah, Liverpool aren't playing particularly well at the moment. Forest are starting to pick up. Wouldn't surprise me. That's maybe it's not a bad call, that one.
Good shout. So thanks a lot, Tinsel. We got any plans today? What you up to? Right. Yeah. Okay. Right. He says he's staying well away from the oven on gas mark 7 out, so he's safe. So that's absolutely fine from Tinsel. So Tinsel, you have a great afternoon. Thanks for your call, mate. And 1-1 against Forest, Liverpool.
I'll tell you what, mate, he's got some neck.
He has got some neck, Tinsel, hasn't he? But I think he's safe for the Christmas dinner, like, you know what I mean? That's how when you celebrity guest on the show. Yeah. Good old Tinsel. He didn't predict the Sunderland game. I don't think he's got the bottle to be honest with you.
Yeah, he's outnumbered.
So there we are, Tinsel. You have a wonderful afternoon. I quite like that name, Tinsel. People must think I'm bloody mad. It's all about having a laugh. So then we're only about 5 minutes away from kick-off. I've been reading a lot of messages as well. People messaging us saying, it's about time Brobby is going to start, but he's not. It's going to be a while, I think, before Brobby gets a good start, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we'll see Brobby come into his own during AFCON, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Marley Lord says, have I been spiked? What the hell's going on? Didn't pay attention for 2 seconds. Now there's a turkey doing teletext style score predictions. That's Tinsel the Turkey. That's our celebrity guest. He's coming on the show. He's going to do the predictions now, Tinsel. So we'll keep an eye and see how good he's done. And he's too nervous. He said he didn't want to predict the Sunderland score. He says maybe it's the next match. So there we go. On this day, 1961, Elvis gave us a song that will become timeless, wise men say, and the rest is history. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ben Rolland, I'm going for a 2-1 win. A lot of confident Sunderland fans out there. Yes, yeah. Hello to All Welder. Yeah, how are you doing? I think that used to be Ken as well. I think your name's been changed. Yeah. It has. The oldest. He's been the member for the longest, Ken. So thanks a lot. Ryan says, "What have I just listened to?" Yeah, that's Tinsel the Turkey, mate. He's given. He's going to do the weekly predictions, mate. Tinsel the Turkey. He's a very important guest. So he's a bit fragile because he's nervous this time of year. But so what's for treat him carefully. So I'm going to just nip into. Can I get Radio Newcastle for the background commentary?
And with rain, but it's important that we.
Yeah, it looks like it's all go, but like I say, it should be, Rob, because Radio Newcastle is well, 5 Live is actually broadcasting it, aren't they? Oh, I standard belt to carry, mate. If he comes up trumps, I'm chaining up a pigeon to do my yakkers for me. Oh, dear me. We might even get Tinsel in the studio one day. You know, we'll have to see if we can actually get him in the show. Yes, it is, Ken.
Yeah.
Look at the league table right up again. So, and I believe Sunderland's been picked as well for more live games.
I wonder why.
It's funny, we were supposed to only have 3 all season, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's amazing how Sky will change things around to suit where teams are in the league.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, 2 seconds, I'll get you chocolate. There's no chocolate. Do you want some vanilla? No, chocolate. Chocolate, okay. 1 minute, I'll get you some.
Stand across the River Thames. Sunderland attacking from left to right, but it'll be Fulham who kick off this afternoon. I don't know if you're ever superstitious about kick-offs, but
Fulham have got something like 90% of their points at home this season.
Long may it last.
Like a certain team that play in black and white, they're not particularly good on the road, so.
Across here, Ryan Sessegnon, who will face his former team next week.
Steve, Cubby was in his preview of the game, was saying he thought we might get beat 2 or 3-0 by Fulham there.
3 players
wouldn't surprise me, but I'm going for a 1-goal Sunderland win.
Leno, who was a substitute on the day, who played against Sunderland in the FA Cup the other year here, in that 1-1 draw, and that's Tete, Tom Kearney, who's on the bench, and Harry Wilson, and Leno was the substitute goalkeeper.
So Daytona Fires had some numbers added to the end as well.
Will be disappointed he's not involved today after his heroics, which was sadly cancelled out in that FA Cup game. His goal was disallowed. But he's not on the bench today for Sunderland. Alderete takes his place. There's a ball swept up
you
to
muted
the
yourself,
edge of
Cubby.
the Sunderland penalty area.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, yeah.
And Robin Ruffs is
and
there
we're off on
to tidy up.
I was going to say, I could say your lips moving, but couldn't hear anything. So.
Sunderland out to Ballard. Wide is
good afternoon, everybody. I'm just going to sort my daughter out with some
left of him. And forwards
some ice cream now.
Yeah, that's fine, mate. We'll probably score while you're away. So, yeah.
Keep an eye on any goals that fly in the Prem, Rob. I can change the video printer, mate.
I will do, yeah.
2 seconds.
And we've seen already, 2 balls skipped right through, especially on this surface.
The ball just rolled out to the left corner of the 6-yard box. Bassi taps it back to Leno. Leno, the German, 33 years old now, the former Bayer Leverkusen and Arsenal goalkeeper. Plays it back, they do, to Bassi, up to Ballard. He flicks it through to Micheli, now Xhaka, just inside the Fulham half, slips it to Siddiqui in the middle. Calling for it was Lefay, but he's gone wide to the right, and Traore now dribbling into the penalty area, tries to go onto the far post, swept round the post and just evaded Lefay's outstretched leg.
Was that a shot or a pass?
That's not sure, it's hard to tell.
Shot come pass.
Shot come cross.
It's the first attempt for Sunderland in the game, so
I think he was trying to probably curl it in the top corner. But the ball here with Leno again, out to Bassi, wide to Sessegnon. He's nearly caught by Hume. Hume's upended, but it wasn't a foul. Sessegnon plays it forwards again, then to Kevin. Back to Bassi and back to Leno, the keeper.
Stuart.
Closed down by
Come on.
Isidore.
Come on up and
Plays the
say,
ball out
Stuart.
to Tete on the far side.
There you go.
Further ahead of him was King. The ball is out.
Come
It's a
and say,
throw
Stuart.
to Fulham on the right, deep inside
It's
their
your
own
team.
half. Their next home game is Manchester City. I know that because it's being advertised on the boards that divide the lower part of the stand on the far side from the dominant upper concourse.
Yep,
Ballard,
absolutely.
steep bank, that stand on the far side above the Thames, and it's played on to
Totally
Ray Nealdo
agree,
in front
Paul
of the
Campbell.
dugouts.
Addicted to
It's
vaping.
one back by Fulham.
Better than smoking
It's,
cigarettes, to be fair. But
Jimenez
not much.
eventually plays it back through Tete to the goalkeeper at the edge of his penalty area, pushes it out to Anderson, the Dane, and he plays it across to Bassi on the left-hand side. But in the 4th minute, it's 0-0. Here on the left is Iwobi, brings it up over the halfway line. Ahead of him is Kevin. Xhaka stands in his way. He leaves it in the middle for Berger. Sander Berger, the Norwegian, signed from Burnley in 2024. He only had a season at Burnley following his move from Sheffield United. Here's Bassi, out wide to Kevin on this left-hand side. Kevin back to Calvin Bassi, former Ajax defender, but he's also played at Leicester and Rangers. Iwobi to Kevin, slips it here to, well, a push in the back on Sessegnon, and a free kick fairly wide on the left, but 23, 24 yards out on the left for...
Yeah, and the quality of the balls in, especially Wilson's come across here, especially on this surface. We've got to make sure we're switched on.
no, well,
to
we
deal
had a
with these balls
shot.
coming in.
A shot
BBC
come
Radio
past
Newcastle in
that,
the 5th minute,
went past the
0-0 at Craven
post.
Cottage.
But,
First of a double bill.
yeah, no
5:30,
other
it's
change in
Newcastle
scores
United
in the
against Manchester
Premier
City.
League or the
Out
Championship
here,
at
be
the
on your
moment.
toes, Ruth.
Here is the ball whipped in by Wilson.
And
headed
Bansi
strongly away, actually, by Micheli. Up over the half.
Yeah, I think that's the pattern, isn't it, with the commentary. If the Radio 5 Live are broadcasting it, then it opens the door for the local radio station. So I think that's what's happening, Rob, isn't it?
Yeah, could well be, particularly on the internet. I know Newcastle, if you can access radio, you can get the Newcastle Radio Newcastle coverage anywhere, providing you've got radio. But content web, it's very hit and miss as to whether it's allowed, whether they broadcast it or not.
And there's no risk for copyright because Radio 5 Live is free to air. So happy all around.
Penalty area.
And
Trying
5
to
Live,
get
so...
the ball to Kevin, the
Well,
Brazilian,
I'm actually
who's
alright doing the
taking
radio
on
company watch along
Hume at the
anyway,
edge of
it's in the
area.
background.
Whips the ball into the
Birmingham
box.
has taken
It's
the lead
flicked in
against
the air,
Norwich.
but it's going to come down.
Oh,
and
have
get
they? Norwich are
clear.
really in dire
As,
straits at the minute.
Yeah, they
it
are.
came down over the shoulder of Josh King, and he was
They
trying
are.
to turn in the right direction, and Sunderland able to get the ball away
Second bottom.
from the teenagers' attempt. And it's back with Berger over the halfway line. Kevin's appealing for the ball. It's Iwobi though, between
That's a strange
him
team,
and
isn't it, Norwich?
Sunderberger, and across on the
another
far
sort of
side to
sleeping giant,
Tete,
innit, Norwich?
Tete, the
Yeah.
Dutchman. Lifts it into the
Afternoon,
penalty
Jet,
area.
says
Was he
Andrew
offside?
Moore.
The flag
Got my
stands down
SCFC
on
Navy
Jimenez.
training hoodie.
Eventually comes
Steve
up.
says, hope I'm wrong, but I can
It's a
see
free
Fulham
kick
winning
to
2-0.
Sunderland
I've got a dodgy feeling, but I like to hope I'm wrong. Rosie Laws says, I'm predicting a 3-1 win for the lads. Let's get carried away, man. Welcome, Rosie. Be a close one, Cabby. When we draw, we normally win the next one.
Yeah.
However, lads, 3 goals today, clean sheet. Paul Campbell can't watch. He's addicted to the vapour.
Yeah, that's me.
And millions are. Cabby, can you stop getting so popular? I'm out walking the dogs and I'm sick of taking my phone out of my pocket to stop the advert. My apologies, Ryan. I would love to see 09 get some time today. Reckon we'll win as well. Packer, I'll be home. No, we're away today. We're away. No, it's a long time before you see 09 getting the start, I think.
Strong challenge and wins the ball back. It goes
When
back
we're
to
3 or
Mukele
4
on the
0
right
up, I
here.
might stick them on for half
in the middle.
Yeah.
half a half or something like that.
He's whipped it on to offside Lefay. And Gateshead 0, Boreham Wood 1.
It's a really bad diet straight as well.
Here's Iwobi. It's 0-0 here at Craven Cottage, 28th minute. Regis Lebris with his hood up.
Anybody in the chat as well, if you wants to help out Rob.
Stay warm on that side as
Any
well.
scores come in the
Anderson
Premier League,
to
just
Bassey.
give us a shout on the
Here
chat
to
and I can
Iwobi
correct the video
on the
printer.
halfway line. Iwobi back to Anderson.
Sunderland playing in their
the
all
centre
black
circle
strip.
To Bassey again. Calvin Bassey, the 25-year-old.
A lot of people say, why aren't they in the red and white strip? It's not going to clash. Well, it's all to do with
Brazilian
we've got to play so many times this season.
Taking this on, Hume in front of him.
In certain
Again, he
strips.
gets the ball into the penalty area. Headed out though by Lefay. Put back by Berger. In the air from Renildo.
Hi Aaron, hi
And it
Cabby,
hangs
2-0
in the
Rob.
air
Has
for
a
a
2-0
moment
win
before
away
Bassey
today. Sean
heads it
Butch
behind
from the
him
middle
to Anderson,
with the North
who
Sea.
just
Hello
steers it
mate,
back
how you
to
doing?
Leno, the
With a 1-1
goalkeeper
draw.
outside the penalty
It is a
area.
hard place.
Away to the right to Tete. Trying to get it up to Jimenez, straight into the path of
Semenyo and Clive are both out injured for Bournemouth
Xhaka
today.
looking for the
Could
run
they
of
be missing next
Traore.
week?
Bassey heads it away, down
well
the
be.
left.
But you can always keep
and,
our fingers crossed,
Sessegnon
can't we?
lays it back off to Bassey and out to Iwobi.
Good afternoon,
Iwobi,
Geordie Groundwater.
across now.
Can we dare
Possibly
hope
played
for a
in,
win?
nearly played in
I
Lefay, but he did
figure
reach
Fulham are
Tete.
better than their position.
And
They
now
are, definitely.
Anderson, and out wide again on that right-hand side as it's played back again to goalkeeper Leno by Wilson.
Sunderland so far, though, they're definitely welcome to the Premier League party. We've certainly mixed in well. We're not outsiders. We're the way we've been playing, have we?
The Sunderland half, Hume
We're
trying
part
to
of
go
the
with him,
clan, the
and
clique, should I say.
Iwobi
Hello, Bong, you alright,
trying to
mate?
get
Good to
down
see
the
you.
left, but Hume
Dayton
slid
Fire
in,
says, did you
and the
see
ball put out
Fulham's
for a
new
Fulham
stand?
throw.
It's £105
No, thrown
a
back
ticket.
to,
That's nuts, isn't
to
it?
Bassey.
Crazy.
Bassey back to Iwobi on the touchline.
I mean, that's
Dinks
just
one
pricing
into the
people
penalty
out of
area,
football, isn't it?
looking for Sessegnon, almost on the goal line. Michele stuck with him. Kevin wide plays it back to Iwobi.
I think the BBC
the ball through into King.
must be
And he's,
classing Traore as
come
a
back out
10 as a
again
pass
to
because they're
Iwobi.
not giving it as a
Iwobi
shot.
swings the ball across on the right towards Tete, takes it on his chest, stumbles slightly, gets it to Berger. Berger
Don't
gets the
forget,
ball
folks,
back
hit
again,
the
he's under
thumbs up.
pressure.
Thank you, 92
Siddiqui
watching.
finds Iwobi.
And hit the
Iwobi
subscribe
now
if you're new.
trying
Thanks.
to find a way through, but squeezed by Siddiqui, has to play it back to Anderson. Berger just left of the centre circle, wide
The thing
again
is,
to Kevin.
Fulham fans
Now
are not.
Kevin, Hume
they're-
trying to keep
they're not
track
your
of him.
prawn sandwich
Kevin trying to
brigade,
weave
are they?
into the penalty
No,
area.
they're not, they're
trying
not.
to shake off Hume.
Proper fans.
And Hume is sticking
So
with him.
that'd
Kevin
be-
gets
that'd
the
be a
ball
big hit
in
for them,
towards the
105
penalty spot.
quid a game.
Jimenez, an overhead kick from Iwobi.
I would say
straight
Fulham proper
at
fans, West Ham proper fans,
Robin
Palace
Rooks.
proper fans.
Who kicks
Chelsea
out
prawn
down the right
sandwiches.
wing. No,
Yeah,
Traore
Chelsea
was
Arsenal
making a
prawn
break.
sandwiches.
Yeah.
Bassey's got back behind
Spurs,
him.
I don't think
Spurs,
so.
half and half.
Into the
and half,
corner
yeah.
almost, digs it out, straight to Siddiqui. He goes down,
Hello,
but no fouls.
Free
as
Jess,
Darren
good to see
England
you.
comes out
Dej,
to
how you
Iwobi
doing?
in the
Another
middle,
game, the
back
lads
behind him is
out
Anderson.
sing the home crowd.
And here is Berger now.
Yeah, you can see where their biggest threat is.
You've been keep in touch with the Ashes, Rob?
You know, they're trying to get
Well,
the ball into him.
Yeah,
He's got a couple of balls into the box,
complete
hasn't he?
failure in
Sunderland have managed to defend them, but
this
it's
morning.
a threat
It's
nonetheless.
embarrassing.
Here's Bassey
Yeah.
on the halfway line.
59 for one, and then
Just
all out for
in front of him is
20
Isidore.
something.
Plays it inside on the
Ridiculous.
centre
Playing
spot.
Australia,
Anderson
that's what
back
it is.
to
They just
Bassey.
can't do it over there.
And Bassey out wide to Kevin. Fulham all in
153
white.
now
Sunderland
watching.
all in
Thank you.
black.
Welcome all.
Back to Bassey. Born in
Frame
Italy,
take.
actually,
Oh,
but
yes.
he plays for Nigeria. Here's
But the question is,
Anderson
does
and
the
Bassey
jam go on
again.
the bottom or the top?
And Bassey lifts one into the penalty area. Jimenez leapt for it, but it dropped over him. He's in his short sleeves, wearing his gloves.
West Ham are 1-0 up. Thank you, Dayton
Jimenez,
Fire.
oh,
Thank you for that.
Not paying attention,
Rough
sorry
scoops
guys.
the ball
Oh no,
up.
you're fine. Don't worry
We're in the
about
12th
it.
minute. Fulham 0.
Yeah, who scored
Sunderland
that
0.
one? Wilson, Callum
Last
Wilson.
league win here.
He's not a bad player, you know,
was
Callum Wilson.
January
He's not.
2014.
He's not.
4-1.
Yeah, thanks people on the chat.
Drew here,
No,
of
the
course, in the cup.
changes there I can see,
1-1.
Cabbies.
Bournemouth
Birmingham
0,
still
West
1-0
Ham
up against Norwich.
1. Callum Wilson with that goal against his former club.
A lot of 150,
Throw
thank you.
to
Let's get the
Sunderland, just
100 likes
inside
if
the
you can. All you got to do
Fulham
is
half on
just
the
give a little
left-hand
stick.
side. Reinildo will take it in the driving
Give your
rain.
fingers some
It's been
exercise.
relentless since before
Hit the thumbs
kick-off
up,
this
thank
rain.
you.
And
Yeah, the
Reinildo's still
possession
poised,
stats are quite interesting.
waiting
Fulham
to take the throw.
81%, Sunderland
Finally does.
19%.
Back to Ballard.
You're going to get that, Rob. They're at home, aren't
Oh
they?
yeah,
From Jimenez.
yeah, it means
But he
nothing.
gets
I
the
mean,
ball
we
back to
were
Roofs. Edge of the area.
30%,
McKay's
less than
wide here on the
30%
touchline.
possession against
He passes
Chelsea
to
in one
McKay.
game.
Closed down
Absolutely.
by Kevin. He plays it onto
Brand
Traore.
Gaiman, how are you watching,
Sessions
mate?
on his shoulder.
The old
Traore
stick.
back to McKay.
Durham
back
says,
to
afternoon,
Robin
lads.
Roofs.
Hope you're well. How are you
Roofs
doing? 3
bringing
points
it
for
out
lads
to the edge
today.
of the penalty area.
Yeah.
Bit of water starting to splash about on the surface.
Yeah, I just
There's,
posted that
Roofs.
good afternoon, everybody.
Just with
just to see
Jimenez
if it
on
was
his-
going to fiddle about with mine.
Almost on his radar. Roofs plays it
Screen,
up
yeah,
towards
but
the edge of the
didn't appear
Fulham
to.
penalty area. It's Anderson who gets it away.
Yes,
Iwobi to Kevin, back to Bassi, and Bassi closed down by
Back in a
Lefay,
second.
back to the keeper.
Yep,
Keeper
not a
taps it
problem.
back to Bassi, and Bassi. He's got Sessignon wide, closed down by Traore, back to Leno, the goalkeeper, and out on the right to Anderson. And on up towards Jimenez on the halfway
Great
line
tackle.
almost, but a
Great
good tackle by
tackle.
Ballard. The ball breaks for Lefay. The referee
What's it done?
has pulled it back.
The ball's burst.
That's what happened, is it? It's certainly the ball's the issue. Lefay's putting some pressure on it, and the referee's kicked it back to the dugout, and a new ball is thrown on.
Must be a drop ball, is
Yeah,
it?
it will be. As the Sunderland fans sing their Granit Xhaka song, the ball with Hertrauder, and now Xhaka back to Roofs outside his penalty
Yeah, you
area.
can hear it at the moment. It's
To
the
Ballard.
Sunderland fans singing.
Ballard back to Roofs. Bit of water splashing.
Granite
up as the ball
Xhaka,
played
we've
back
got.
to Roofs, and now to Ballard, and wide to Mukeli. And Hume drives the ball into the penalty area. It's cut out though. Traore runs onto the ball. It's cleared. Traore now blocked by Leno, who made himself big at the post.
We're having a go.
And Fulham
Yeah, we are.
attempt to get the ball
Traore
away,
again.
and eventually it goes out. The assistant doesn't know which
Yeah,
way
it is a
that's
bit
going to
weird.
go.
If he had a right
That's
foot,
given a free
Hearing
kick.
Sessegnon's name.
Yeah.
Good break.
I think why I'm sometimes a bit negative
Well,
is
from
because of the
the
fact
Fulham
I'm just
mistake,
used to the old
and,
Sunderland. I'm not
Traore
used to
got
this.
in round
I'm not used to being
last
fourth in the
man,
Premier
but
League.
Leno came out and managed to whip the ball
Just got to
away
pop
with
back
an
out,
outstretched right
back
foot.
soon. Okay, Tony.
Lefay,
Weed hearing. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Tete, quickly taken free kick. King gets the
It's
ball
good
back
clearing,
again from
was it?
Anderson. 0-0, 15th
Yeah, you
minute.
just got to have a look around
Live on
there.
BBC Radio Newcastle.
And Bran.
Here's Bassi. Bassi into the Sunderland half, just left of the centre circle. Plays it back to Anderson in the middle, pushing on. Lefay is in front
The old
of him.
stick, cool, mate.
It's
The old
left to
stick.
Tete, and now forwards to Anderson, back though to Leno in the Fulham half. I said his kit was red. It's almost
15
pink,
minutes
actually.
gone, mate. What's your thoughts so
Under the
far?
floodlights, up towards
Oh.
Kevin, who heads the ball.
Fulham have had a
Hume
shot.
heads the ball behind
We've
the
had a
corner.
couple of attempts.
Okay.
First corner of the game.
It's about 6 and 2 threes, to be honest.
Yep.
Fulham have had a lot more possession, but
The ball looked as though it
Give
was
us
gonna
some more,
drop
Joe.
towards
Support
Kevin,
all the way
but
from
came off
Indonesia.
Hume's head
Welcome to
and has
the
rolled
channel,
behind.
mate.
Yeah, it's one of them. The conditions played its part
Yeah.
there. Really, he's not really. He was scared to hit.
We're doing another watch along tomorrow. I'm going to do the Spurs
for a corner
London
kick.
game.
Got to
Spurs
concentrate
London
here.
game. Yeah.
Iwobi's going to take the
Which is
corner.
Arsenal.
Lifts
Arsenal.
it in towards the goal mouth. It's headed
So we're
out.
doing a
It's in
watch
the
along
air
from that.
still.
All
Headed
of
out
the
again.
YouTubers do it. Why not?
And it'll played in behind.
whereabouts
Another
in
corner.
Indonesia,
Sissidor cleared it,
Dinasa?
but it's gone out for second Fulham corner. Harry Wilson's going to go across and take this one. from the right-hand side in front of the Sunderland fans, that bank of Sunderland fans. They fill up half of the Putney end. Wilson
Second
then
corner
in the
for
pouring
Fulham.
rain
Concentration.
with this second Fulham corner. Plenty of white shirts in the 6-yard box. It hangs in there. Roofs was palming at it, but he couldn't get his fingertips near it. And it's gone
Fulham
behind now. The
just
Fulham
taking the
players
lead
appealing that it was
against
another.
QPR.
Or Tete is
Who has
another corner,
Rob?
but
Hull
the referee's
City
having none of it.
at Queen's
Hull
Park
City,
Rangers
they're not
Tete
again.
has to get back
Gone
to his
1-0 up.
right back position. He's still not happy.
I think that
But it's a goal
probably
kick to
lifts them
Sunderland.
up to third, fourth in the
0-0.
table. Same number of points as
Ballard
Stoke.
bringing the ball out here
All I can hear is we've got
Ballard.
Granit Xhaka.
to Roofs.
Yeah.
Roofs
Sunderland
just
fan.
outside the penalty area. Jimenez goes to close him down.
Don't forget, if
Ballard
Granit
again.
Xhaka misses the
Drives
next
one
game,
up to the edge
if
of
he
the
gets a yellow
Fulham
card
penalty. Into the box
today.
to Lefebvre.
Yep.
He tries to cross it.
He's done well.
Put behind by Bassi for a corner.
Was he given offside?
Oh, the flag's up, so the corner won't happen.
Watching Fulham's corners.
Good
The
ball,
good
though.
corners as
Yeah.
well, whipped in.
Yeah.
Got
Causes a bit of
behind.
bother.
We're 0-0 still. And this rain is not relenting at all.
I'm going to have a look on my
18th
radar
minute.
to see how much rain is actually
Fulham
down.
0, Sunderland
There's a
0.
lot. As I say, it's
Oh,
Ball
been,
dropped at the feet of
it's been tipping down
Calvin
here
Bassey.
since 4 o'clock this morning. So
That is
and he leaves it now
nasty stuff.
for the
Red
goalkeeper
colours
again.
indicate the heavy.
And he's
Yeah,
tapped it
and,
away, Leno, and the two centre-backs push on now. So Bernd
for the
Leno
game.
is going to take a kick upfield.
Will, but it is persistent, isn't it?
His right
Yeah.
foot through it. Drives it
yeah,
to
Mojo
the
it is.
says 1-0.
hangs, and then
Yeah.
Ballard battles with Jimenez. There's no free kick because they were pulling each other. Anderson heads it on. Siddiqui
That
trying
the
to get
Met
it to
Office?
Lefebvre. Tete gets
Up
it though
there,
and plays it to
Gabby?
Wilson.
You what?
Wilson
Is that the
out
Met
on the
Office
right
where
hand
they're
side
at,
to
is it?
Tete again.
It's
Behind
called
him
Rain
is
Alarm.
King.
It is. I've had
And
it for
now
years.
Ah, yeah.
Berger back to Anderson.
Yeah, I think he uses
and in the
Met
centre
Office
circle to
output.
Bassi.
I know the
Plays
guy
it on to
who
Sessignon.
set most of those maps up.
to Bassi.
Some guy who
Opened
goes
their
with Angela
season with 2
Devon Map.
draws, Fulham. 1-1 at Brighton and 1-1 here against
They're all
Manchester
doing
United.
roughly the
But they've
same
not
thing.
drawn
All these
since.
They are.
radar thing, but it's really reliable. That when I'm
And they are
travelling
on
around
a
and that
run
it's-
of
lets
only
me know
one
what's
win
gonna be happening in the
in
road.
He looked
6
offside.
games. The ball headed away by Ballard at the edge of the area to Hertrauder. Nearly fell for Sessignon, but it breaks for Mukele down the right here, looking for Traore. He's got Bassi on his shoulder. Behind him,
But Derek
Mukele. He's playing
Rigby
it on to
knows
Hume.
pace at the moment.
Across comes Anderson, heads it away from Hume, down to Iwobi. Iwobi back to Anderson.
Not really had
And the
any
Dane now
serious attempts on
sweeps it
goal
up
at
to
the moment. There's
halfway
been a
with
couple
Ballard
of
heads it forwards through the middle. Looked as though it came off the
that
hand
were,
of
I would
or
say,
the arm of Isidore. It's a
close-ish.
free kick
ish.
to
And Fulham have had one shot
The
on
edge of
goal
the D.
so far. But barely even stayed in range.
you relish
Two teams
conditions like
stifling
this,
each
don't
other
you?
at the minute, isn't it?
Fantastic,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's interesting to see where Session's playing. You know, he's not
Just
playing
in from
as an out and out
Southport.
left
Yeah, how
back.
you doing,
No, he's
Derek?
not.
Big-
He's playing as a
Hello to
midfielder.
the big studio. Welcome along, mate.
I mean, he's sitting in midfield, right on Sessignon. Calvin
Next game's on
Bassi
the
is
29th.
covering as left back, if you like.
Bournemouth.
Although Sessignon
Granite
has
does pick
dropped
up a
back
yellow.
now that Sunderland are in possession.
It's
because
looking
Renil
positive.
goes to the
0-0, says
byline,
BJ.
tries to break the cross, but he wins a corner. So
And
they
that's
finally do get
that's
the
the
corner.
problem Fulham will have when they're pushing
I
them
say
full-backs
Revo
right
23
on.
is back as being Revo
They're leaving,
23 now.
they're leaving a hole.
But see, this is what
There's
this is how they
something
play
weird
Hume,
going
isn't
on
it? When
here.
they push on, Hume
Yeah.
does the same as Sessignon's doing. He goes into
Getting
the
a lot
midfield
of
pocket.
corners
when
of Fulham.
When they're out of possession, Hume drops back to right back.
Yeah. First set piece, good quality.
I hear
This
the
is what you
singing,
need.
on. It's
21st
like, when I'm
minute,
talking,
0-0.
you don't know whether it's the home
Lefebvre
crowd
with
or
the corner
you live, and
from
it's
the
that loud.
left-hand side at the
Yeah.
Hammersmith end. It's headed away by Anderson for Reinildo. Goes Hume. The ball drops for Berger. Berger to Wilson. Wilson on the break. Hume's chasing him back. Wilson to the edge of the
be
penalty
careful.
area. Still going. Shoots across the face of Robin.
Well, that was a
Robertson
goal
wide.
there.
Yeah, you knew what Wilson wanted to do. Get it onto that left peg. He's just gone past the far post. We've just got to
Look,
be
every team
wary
you
of
play in
that
this
being
league, every
caught
team,
out
the
on the
dangerous
counter
from the
attack.
attack.
Yep.
That
And
was
so
quick.
we're dangerous when we
Well out
cannot
of defence, and he wasn't far wide. Wilson with that attempt. As I said earlier, 5 goals this season, 2 in the Premier League, a hat-trick against North Macedonia in the week for Wales.
Yeah.
You were on your first aid
67
course with
caps
some
for
guys
Wales,
from the Met
Harry
Office.
Wilson, 28 years old now.
I
Ballard places the
didn't
ball
like
at the
anybody,
right
you
corner
know,
of
from the Met Office to want to do
6-yard
first
box.
aid on any of them.
Taps it to Roofs.
Make
Out to
sure.
Siddiqui.
You know, a lot of fans were
Wilson on
messaging
his
me as well
shoulder.
saying,
Leaves it for
do
Xhaka.
you still think our
On the
forward
right here
lines
to
need strengthened?
Siddiqui.
Well, I would
Siddiqui
say yes. I still
taking
think
this
we need
on,
that
looking
experienced
for the run
striker.
of McKaylee down the right hand side, slips it back inside to Traore. Traore
Yeah.
now into
I'll tell you what,
Lefay.
it wouldn't-
Lefay
it
slips
wouldn't
it through the
be.
penalty area. It's
I
away
was
from
right
Isidore
to
behind
see
him.
what he
there's a
wanted to
guy
do.
who scored something like
He was
18
expecting
goals
Wilson
in
Isidore to
13 games.
make that run
Non
behind,
league,
but good break.
but
Xhaka's not
he
getting much of
has.
the ball,
He's
is he?
20. I think he's 25.
No.
He has played
At the moment,
professional standard football,
0-0.
but he's got to be worth a punt.
Leno
If he can put the
throws
ball
the
in the
ball
net,
down
he's got to be
to
worth a punt.
Bassey's feet. Back to Leno.
I just think
Out
Isidore
against the
goes
left now
missing
to
too long. He's just like his
Sessegnon.
job to
Hume in
score.
front of
And when
him.
you're in the Premier
Up
League,
towards Jimenez. Falls to McKaylee. Now it breaks for Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin,
Another
two
Fulham attempt.
defenders getting in front of him. Siddiqui behind him. A save
Great
by
save.
Roofs from Kevin's shot.
Great
just
save.
turning the
Very,
screw a
very
little
good
bit, Fulham.
save. As Kevin
Yeah.
broke
Like the
through
stream,
middle.
guys. 43 to 40. Easily done. Thanks, BJ. Net.
Excellent save. And again, you're just looking at, you know, the conditions. It's played its part.
So
You're going to get a lot of the game. They're at
Good
home,
stop.
Fulham. They're going to get a lot of
Yeah.
possession.
it's 0-0 still.
Thanks for the
down.
subscriber,
And
cheers.
McKaylee's just crouching. He's on his haunches at the moment.
Any changes in the
But,
Premier League
nearly
scores
opened up
elsewhere?
then for-
No, I just checked
for
a
Fulham, there's
few
their best
seconds
opportunity.
ago. They're
And
still
again, the
still
conditions,
the
you know,
same.
especially when you make them
West
challenges,
Ham 1-0
you've
up
got
at
to make
Bournemouth,
sure
all the rest
you
are
make it
0-0
right.
at the moment.
You're struggling
Spot on.
here.
Championship-wise,
Paul, he's on
Birmingham
his
now
feet, but
2
they've
up
got- no, he's
against
gone back
Norwich.
down again.
Portsmouth
no.
have just
He's
taken
gonna-
the
he's under
lead. Oh,
tension.
Leicester
I'm not
1-0
sure
up
what
against
happened.
Stoke.
That's a good
So,
scoreline for Leicester.
Yeah,
He's- Pete
Portsmouth
Brown's on
1-0
now
up against Millwall. And
McKaylee's
QPR
sitting in
still
the
getting
penalty
beat.
area.
Off
You
Hull
don't sit
City.
down in this sort of conditions if there's not something
Hello,
wrong with
Norway.
you.
Mackham lurking and watching from a Norwegian telly. We're going to win
not the
today.
warmest
Welcome
thing.
along to the
It's
channel,
not
mate. And
ideal.
Mackham says press the.
Everybody now
Good
who
to
is
see you on
standing
board,
around.
mate. Yeah, hit the
And
thumbs up. Let's get
this
to 100
rain
likes.
has been absolutely
Yeah, Birmingham City scorers.
relentless from, I think, probably
Dutch
about 10 to 3,
and
maybe even before that.
Stansfield.
There's been no let
Non-stop,
up.
non-stop.
Yeah, no
I can
let
just
up.
imagine there's a couple of letters added to the end of his name on a
There was a
regular
lot of
basis.
rain through the morning as well. So there's
I like the
you know,
plans for
lots falling
Birmingham's
on
new
this pitch.
stadium, by the way.
Yeah,
Kaylee
12 chimneys or something like that.
getting
I think
treatment,
it's good. I think it's nice
Yeah.
to have
Being
some
held up.
towers coming from the stadium because it gives you a focal point
testing his eyesight.
from miles around. That's one thing you don't get now with the big
But he gets
stadiums. They
knocked
sort
off
of
the
like
head
disappear
ways.
behind the houses now. Most of them, don't they?
Yeah,
So
and you
Is he a
don't
bit
get
dazed?
the
Not
lighting
sure. Wonder if
pylons
he
like
got-
you used to
got
have.
a
No, you
replay.
don't.
He
Oh,
got
the
the ball.
Hit him in the face.
Yeah.
I think it's a good move from Birmingham.
He
It
smashed him in
gives
the
it that
chin.
sort of identity. It gives it that vocal point from miles around.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
seems
so
to be,
Galdar
should be
scored
okay
for
from
Hull
that, I'd
City
have
at
thought.
QPR.
It was the ball to the face. Obviously caught at an awkward
He
angle.
scored for Leicester.
Slightly, this is
Mabadidi scored in the 23rd
He
minute
doesn't
for
look-
Leicester.
He doesn't look 100% in the camera shots of his face as he's walking off.
Portsmouth,
But he's heading off to the
Swanson
dugout on the-
scored for
Would they
them.
bring it
on the
in the
right side.
22nd minute.
Well, it's the natural, the obvious replacement, isn't it? Now Alderetti's back in the squad,
Wolves are having a decent
It's
game
just-
against
leaning over at the far
Crystal
side.
Palace.
We're down to 10 men then at the
Palace has
moment.
dropped, hasn't it, a
Sunderland.
little bit.
Yeah, Palace have had 2 shots, Wolves have had 1.
26 minute Fulham 0, Sunderland 0. But we're live on BBC Radio
At
Newcastle.
Dibner's wet dream, that new
Here's
stadium.
Tetty
There
down
must-
the right wing.
Birmingham
almost in
and
the
that must be
corner.
the
Slips the ball
started
through to
off the
King,
Industrial
back to
Revolution. They
Tetty,
must have done that.
And now
There
it's
must be a lot of
whipped
history
in
behind
by
that.
Anderson and Clemens header straight at
I
Roofs.
think, yeah,
4
there
yards
is.
out,
There's a lot.
straight
I think
at Roofs.
Birmingham
Yeah,
used to
free
be a
header.
big industrial. In fact, it used to be a
There is
port.
somebody out. If
Even though
Jimenez
it's
was
a
on
long way
it,
inland,
different.
it used to be a big
Opportunity.
port.
Kevin's got in twice now.
But I
in
think
the
you know
last few minutes.
most of the industrial
Ball is up on the
Industrial
halfway line.
Revolution
It's with
part.
Iwobi.
I think most historians think it started sort
Sessignon
of,
here on the left.
sort of
Takes this on.
Derby,
Traore's travelling.
Caulfield and that.
Still going.
yeah,
Hume is
Derby,
there
sort of
as
Caulfield,
well.
that area.
Sessignon gets the byline. The ball
Manchester,
at Hume's feet now. And Sessignon trying to win it
big,
off Hume.
you know,
Who plays out off
industrialisation
Sessignon
and
for a
production
throw to Sunderland.
was mostly
Good
starting
defending
off
that tray,
Manchester area. But Birmingham weren't far behind,
And
obviously.
Cayley's back on
and
the
they did
pitch.
have a vast amount of industry.
He's
there.
going to take the throw. Kevin retrieves the ball, throws it back to Nordy McKayley. 10 yards from the corner on the
Sunderland
right-hand
just not
side.
doing quite enough up front for me so far.
Sessignon
No,
They've not really done much
Heads it
after
on.
25 minutes. But
coming back to
how many times this season
Anderson
have
on
we
the halfway line.
been seeing this
Heads it on, looking for
for the first
Jimenez at
30
the edge
odd
of the
minutes?
area,
We look
but
at
it's
Everton
come out
game,
to
but couldn't get the
Iwobi.
ball.
Iwobi slipping it to Kevin.
well, that's
And,
it. You know, we
now
haven't had a shot on.
Whips the
We haven't
ball
had a
in
shot yet.
towards the far
from
side of the
the
6-yard
BBC.
box. Jimenez smashed it into the side netting.
Fulham
Yeah,
5
Neil
shots,
Neal
3 on
foul.
target, Sunderland no
Yeah,
shots.
done well there.
Although potentially
Spectacular, but
Traore
they'll
had
take
a
it.
shot come pass. They're obviously
Fulham
classing that as a pass right at
enjoying
the
a little bit
beginning
of
of the game.
possession around the penalty area this last 10 minutes.
yeah, indeed, Nick. You know,
Hello, Paul
Cambodia
Freeman.
is-
How are the lads from Cambodia? All the
excuse
best. Good to
cliche,
see you, mate.
Weather the storm.
Yeah.
1-0 Oxford against Borough.
This is a sort of storm, isn't it?
We'll be hoping Borough pick up points. because if they don't,
Meteorologically wise.
he's going to pull away from them.
Yeah.
Roofs with the kick. A deep one into the Fulham half. High in the air, the clearance headed on
Got a challenge.
by Anderson. Out for a throw to Fulham on the far side. Oxford 1, Middlesbrough 0.
They haven't got it easy, Fulham, mind. And I'm not saying like they're
Zadie
walking
Divac
all
still in
over
charge
us.
at
It's
the
just
moment,
like
before the new man takes charge at Middlesbrough.
I do think you'll
Here's
start.
Leno
You'll
at
see
the back
Sunderland
for
start to come in
Fulham,
to
the
this game.
goalkeeper.
I do think you will.
Rolls the ball
Um,
out on the left.
What have you missed, Tony?
Bassey, a strong challenge by
Fulham
Traore, but
on
Bassey comes
top,
away with the ball.
not
It's
massively,
headed
but
inside
possession-wise,
to
they've had a
Iwobi.
couple of chances. They've had a few
Alex
corners.
Iwobi.
Sunderland,
Long ball up towards King.
Not much possession,
And
not many
comes back
chances
to
in
the
front of
halfway
goal
line.
at all.
Iwobi in
But
the centre circle.
I've
Whips
said
it
that a
away
few
to
games,
Wilson
haven't
on the right-hand side. The overlap comes from Tete. Up towards King in the penalty area. Leaves it for Wilson. Digs out a shot, but wide. It came off a defender. It's a corner.
that must be Fulham's fifth of the game, is it?
Wilson's got across to
Something
take
like
it.
that,
It's
yeah.
the third Fulham corner
Forest
in the
0,
29th
Liverpool 0.
minute.
Yeah, they've got to
Third
make sure to
corner,
concentrate
not
here because he's got a good
Liverpool.
delivery, Wilson.
Tell you what, I
No
certainly
free
don't
headers.
fear going to
Leaving
Liverpool, do you?
Iwobi and Sessignon
Maybe
back
he's
out
got Bassey.
side the
Brighton 0,
penalty area,
Brentford
but
1.
Bassey's in
Thanks,
there,
Daytona, mate.
Jimenez, Tete,
They may say I haven't
King.
caught up on
The
that
ball
one
whipped
yet.
in low. Mukele at the near post
Oh,
clears
they
it.
have.
It's come
Oh,
back
they
to the
have.
halfway
Thiago
line.
again.
Kevin is the first back to it. He
He's a good
squares
player.
it to Iwobi. And Iwobi plays it
Brighton
away
0,
from the
Brentford
Fay.
1.
Back to Leno, the Fulham goalkeeper. Pushes it out
What's
to
the side on the
Anderson. I
Brentford?
always think these conditions are
puts
worse for
Brentford up
goalkeepers
to
because they're not
just
running
behind
around,
us in
they're
the
just
league.
standing in
At the moment.
pouring rain. Leno at the edge
Yeah,
of the
who's
area.
Middlesbrough's their
Drives it
manager?
on, up
Maureen
over the
says
halfway
Borough
line.
appoint a
McKayley
manager.
heads it to King.
They were talking
He
about
leaves
it.
it for Kevin. Kevin out to Sessignon on the left-hand side. Sessignon with
180
Iwobi on
people
the
watching,
overlap,
please
but the
hit that
ball comes on
thumbs up button,
Xhaka's
thank
foot
you.
and goes out for a throw.
Let's get up to
to
100.
Fulham. Of course, when Brighton 0, Brentford 1. When Patterson played in
Cheers.
goal in these conditions, he always wore short
Thanks for the
sleeve
subscriber,
tops
thank
as
you
well.
very much.
He's on the bench.
Adi
Here's
Viviash
shoots
is
straight at
the
Roofs.
manager at Borough at the
Another
moment,
shot on
which I
target
think
though.
is
Yeah, another
the,
shot on target.
is the interim
And you just think that, you know, Sunderland
Manager.
now need to start playing, now need to get into the game. We've seen what Fulham's all about.
Well, one save Leno's made from Traore,
Are you concerned the fact we haven't done anything yet, like, or
but that's all that
you
he's
just
had to
do
do,
you
really.
expect Sunderland
You can see that
to turn the screw?
McKayley just come
sort
here on
of
the
pressure
right-hand
up
side.
and then put
Even
pressure back on
Lefebvre-
in the second half.
Lefebvre
He's out
I
on the
think.
right now,
Yeah.
isn't he?
We're
Kevin's
not off to
gonna
the
try and
start
get past
time,
McKayley.
really,
The ball just slides over the touchline. He can't.
Yeah, they're closing out Jack
Keep
up
it
quite
in.
well, Fulham, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's a throw taken by Sessignon. Bassey,
if he doesn't
Anderson
win
back to the keeper.
more games than he loses, he'll be a bit of a turn up, I reckon.
Last 15 minutes of the
Freeman.
first
Oh,
half.
he will be.
Ball played out to Tetty, and looking to try and get King away on the right-hand side.
McNamara
Ballard
next,
tries to
great
cross,
minds
and then
think alike.
Ronaldo has to come back, and then Wilson's caught by Ballard. It's a free kick. I think it's going to be a yellow card for Ballard. It is.
They've certainly had more of the. Mind you saying that, we're
First
pulling
yellow
possession
of the
back
game.
at the moment, so it
Shown
was
to Dan
80,
Ballard. It's actually his first
81
yellow card of the
to
season. Dan
19.
Ballard.
It's now 72,
Yeah, they just broke with a
27.
bit of pace there, didn't they?
They did.
73, 27. But 7 shots, 4
Wilson
on
he
target.
caught. Free kick wide.
We need to
Kevin
stop them.
and Wilson
And again,
over there.
especially on that right-hand side,
And
delivery
need
from
to start getting
Wilson's
some
always
shots
good.
ourselves.
That left peg.
We're fine for now. We're going to the game.
0-0
Says
in
Aaron.
the 32nd
Concentration.
minute.
Never mind,
Referee
Ballard,
comes
never
back
mind.
into the gaggle of players lined up pretty much on the
How many yellow
18-yard
cards
line.
has Ballard got now?
Iwobi and Sessegnon stay back out in midfield. Kevin takes the free kick, punched away by Roofs. Berger was underneath him. It's come out here to Sessegnon and leaves it for Bassey to cross, and it will drop here for Kevin to try. I'm not sure what he was trying actually. It got caught underneath his feet.
he tried
and
a
he
volley.
knocked it
I'm not a
behind. It
fan
was-
of our black
Yeah,
streak, you know.
so-called volley.
Too bland.
Yeah,
It would have been better off having
Didn't
gold
work.
chevrons, just make it stand out a bit.
it's with Roofs.
Yeah, yeah.
0-0.
That's why I've not
33rd
bought it.
minute.
I'm not really a fan of it.
I keep on banging on about the rain, but it's just not getting any
No.
lighter. It's
Forest
still just
1-0 up
driving
against
down. It's
Liverpool.
been
Oh,
ceaseless.
wow.
Here's the kick from Roofs up towards Bassey, who heads it in the air, and Xhaka just throws
Is
King.
Forest
to the
at
floor, but the
Liverpool or
referee does
Liverpool at
nothing.
Forest?
It's at
Out to the
Anfield.
right to Traore.
Yeah, is that
Traore on the
Anfield?
touchline almost,
Yeah,
inside
Murillo
to Xhaka.
Scored
And Xhaka
33 minutes.
back here to Ballard on halfway.
Tinsel the
Xhaka
Turkey says
again.
1-1, didn't he?
Nearly gave
did.
it to Wilson.
He did.
Trowder's there.
Don't
in
forget,
front
last
of the
season,
Welshman,
Forest, I think, were the
and
only
steers
team
it
that
back
won
to
at Anfield
Roofs, who pushes it out
last
to
season.
Trowder.
Not quite the same
And
team
now
this
to
season
Ballard.
as they were last season.
Ballard, foot on the ball a moment, plays it back to
But
Robin
if
Roofs.
Forest do win,
Roofs.
it's going to stir the pot, isn't it, down the bottom? I think
Just
that's going to put
pausing a
Burnley in the
moment.
bottom three, isn't it?
And then tapping
Yeah.
it to the left to Trowder. Wilson in front of him, back to Roofs.
And with West Ham
Jimenez
winning,
lurking, out to Trowder again. Trowder now.
Leeds
to
and Burnley are
Hume.
both in the bottom three at the
And
moment.
Hume just inside.
There's
Sorry,
always
that's
that
not
danger.
Forwards
There's always
to
that danger.
Kane.
The
He's in
Premier League teams up
Fulham
to the
half,
bottom
and he's
three,
found Isidore in the penalty
Yeah.
area on the right-hand side.
they start
Anderson
pulling up and
goes
picking
with
up
him.
points.
Mukele's behind him. Mukele, he's got Hume to his
That-
right, but
that
it's
means
intercepted
Newcastle
by
are joint
Kevin.
fourth
And
spot.
Kevin now is under pressure from Mukele, and Mukele gets the ball.
Because they're on the
to
same number of
Bay,
points
but
as
he's
Fulham
penalised
and
for a push.
Nottingham Forest now.
And it's a free kick to Fulham.
I wouldn't be surprised if Newcastle get a result against Man City.
Quick
You know,
free
they seem
kick
to do that
to
against the
Iwobi.
good teams.
Yeah, and they're
Plays
at
it
home
out
and
to
they tend to be better at
Sessegnon.
home than they are away. So
Sessegnon
yeah,
back to
60
Alex
likes, thank
Iwobi
you. 14
inside
forward
to
till we get
Berger.
the 100 likes. But yeah,
6'5"
City's on fire.
Sonderberger
We are on fire.
plays it to
yeah.
Anderson. 6'4". Some big players in this team. Bassey
West Ham 2-0 up.
out to Iwobi.
They
on
are
the
really
left
turning
inside
a
to
corner,
Berger.
aren't they?
Berger back
they
to
are. Callum Wilson again.
Iwobi
Really,
inside the
Yep.
Sunderland half.
that's
Liverpool
a good result
0,
so far
Nottingham
against
Forest
Bournemouth
1.
because they're a good side,
Out
Bournemouth,
wide
aren't
to
they?
Wilson.
Yeah,
Looks
it's
for
interesting
Tetty ahead
because
of him.
Bournemouth
Trowder's on his
72.5%
shoulder.
possession.
Two
Well done, well
Dutchmen
done.
battling together. It breaks
The
for
2-0
Lefay. Lefay down the left touchline, looking for the run of Isidore, trying to go round.
Right,
Bassey
referee.
goes down,
That's a foul.
and the referee says no foul.
Dodgy referees again.
Referees
Can't
away,
believe
man.
it. Bassey, well, we have a replay here.
That's a foul.
Well, there was a push to look like a push. And
Was that
Mukele
for a
got
penalty or
penalised
something,
for
like the way
that
Ben was
just
going on?
a minute ago.
No, I think it was just a
And that
free
was
kick,
more
but
of
the
a
referee
push
didn't give
from
anything
Bassey
and
on Isidore.
then gave a
think
that's a poor decision by the referee.
Yeah, Fulham 68% possession. It's dropping. It's dropping.
It is dropping.
They're not going to keep that tempo up all game. They just won't.
And Iwobi now slips it through to Jimenez.
But let's not forget, it's still 0-0.
And
this is where Sunderland Sunderland's strength are. They've got a sting in the tail, haven't they?
On the right, chipping it on for King. King trying to get round her. Trouder, who's got in front of him and holding off the
Ricky back from
18-year-old,
international
and eventually
duties.
have to pass it back to Robin Roofs. Oh, he catches King as he clears the ball.
If we won't score, that'll be 4 games all on a real wins.
Accident. King just threw himself at Roofs as he went to clear the ball. I think Roofs' leg was already in the action of clearing it.
He's making a meal of it.
2-1.
2-1. Yeah.
Being shown a replay of this here now. He got the ball and King had just thrown himself at it.
0-0. All the other ones are 1-0 form leads against, other than Hull, which is a 1-0 away lead.
King's back up on his feet. Throw to Fulham on the right. 37th minute. 0-0 here still. Here's Bassey.
I just don't like the strips. I'm not a fan of it. I mean, for the run.
Kevin again on this left-hand side. Hume in front of him. And Kevin still dribbling at Hume, who stabs a foot at it, but Kevin's still got it. Comes back to Bassey. Bassey inside then in the middle.
Forest 2-0 up at Anfield.
Shoot.
Yep.
Yeah, VAR's looking at it. I'll wait until what happens there.
Especially on this surface, in these conditions. Have a shot.
I think Ruff's had it covered, but a horrible, horrible shot to deal with.
You still expect Liverpool to turn that around, though, don't you? Oh, it's ruled out by VAR.
You can see Ruff sliding along the surface of the pitch as he went to.
They must be doing something right by,
Yeah, BBC haven't caught up yet. They're still saying it's 1-0.
BBC said they still haven't kicked off yet.
Whips past Lefay, comes to Anderson, on to King, looking for Wilson, cut out by Siddiqui. Renildo.
Disallowed, I've not put it up, mate.
By Tete. Or Jimenez. And it's a free kick to
Giuseppe says Sunderland are looking comfortable. Fulham are poor.
Fulham 0.
I don't know what game he's watching.
0.
I really don't know. I mean, that's a bit of a statement.
Maybe Sunderland are comfortable in defending.
Foot on the ball, left foot on the ball.
I wouldn't say Fulham looks poor,
edge of the area, kicks. Floats down the right. Bournemouth 0. West Ham 2. Callum Wilson with his second of the game.
That's the first shot on
Traore
first shot.
to Hume.
Finish it.
Traore in the penalty area. He takes the shot. Saved by Leno.
It's good opportunity.
Too easy for the keeper.
Yeah, he should have done
having
better.
A go.
On his left.
Hey, Baber on top. Baber on the ball at the moment. Gabby, they've actually got
0-0.
that shot on the live text.
Leno makes
already.
His second save of the game from Bertrand Traore. King's appealing for a throw, which he's won here now. It was John King who made the assistant change his mind, didn't he?
Nothing in our games.
Sessegnon then with his throw
we
for
frequently down
Fulham on the left-hand side, deep in their own
we're winning games.
Half at the foot of the Stevenage Road stand. Berger back to Sessegnon, up to Jimenez. Well, Siddiqui barely touched him. He'd gone down and he's given a free kick.
He was already falling.
I think we're all in unison along the line here. Everyone throws their hands up in the air as to what was that for?
QPR equalised against Hull.
Bassey to
Hull at home, are they?
Anderson,
no, Hull away
to
at
Bassey.
QPR.
Into Berger again.
One's pace there.
Looking for Kevin. Wide on the left here. Inside, almost into the penalty area. And now Sessegnon behind him.
Stands there
Kevin's with it still. On his right.
Jacket.
Puts it onto the penalty spot almost. And a stretch for King. And he's put it wide of the right post with his left
I'd be
foot.
pleased if they got in at half time though, Rob.
Yeah,
Kevin.
Yeah, because we're normally stronger in the second half anyway.
If you call Kevin, by the way, I apologise because you keep on thinking I'm talking about you.
195 watches Kevin. Now, just need 35 more to hit the target of 100 likes. Thank you.
Not that that's necessarily a reason to call your son Kevin in Brazil.
Leave it.
Shall I leave it there? Shall I?
Leave it there.
You're listening to Rob and his dog and the Mac and Cabby on the Mac and Cabby's channel.
I'm tempted to. No, I'll leave it.
Watchalong.
Michele's got a throw
Fulham
here.
0, Sunderland 0.
Halfway
40
inside
minutes coming up. What's your
Fulham
thoughts
half on the
Rob?
right-hand side.
Yeah, it's been. I mean, Fulham have had
Some support,
more
needs
of
some help.
the
Ballard
first
comes
half.
up, but now Traore
you know,
again.
they've had 10
and he's,
shots
well, he's
for a
gone
start.
down, but no foul.
4 which
says
were
the
on
referee.
target. We've had 1 shot.
Jimenez didn't know where the
which was
ball
on
was.
target.
It went behind him and away from him, and it's gone out for a throw.
We're
to
gradually
Sunderland
clawing
on
our
the
way
right
back
here,
into the game.
halfway inside.
After
their
sort of
own
like
half.
10-15 minutes,
41st
Fulham's
minute. We're
possession
live on
was like
BBC Radio Newcastle
81%.
0-0.
81%, yeah.
It's now down to 68%, and we're
Kelly with a
starting
throw.
to get more of the
Xhaka
ball.
back to,
So,
well, look
but,
for McKay.
you know, Sunderland
King
are a second
pokes
half
it
team,
out.
they're not a first half team.
Josh King, who's come
we haven't
through
conceded.
the Fulham
Yeah, that's a good
Academy.
thing.
He's been here 10 years.
And we know we
The
can
18-year-old,
cause
Michele.
problems for teams.
Michele,
So,
can I just-
Someone
certainly
obviously
can.
said something to him. He turned around quickly and then turned back to the pitch. Here's
What gives me a little bit of optimism is, and that sounds daft, but the fact
looking for Traore.
we haven't done hardly anything up front, but it's still 0-0. So what happens if we do something up front?
yeah, that's what I mean. You know, we've had one
Fulham with the
shot.
free kick.
One shot.
Anderson out to Tetty on
we do
towards
need to-
Wilson, but Renildo whipped in. He's put the ball
to
out.
do a little bit more.
Throw
up front.
for
I've hardly heard
Fulham.
Isidore being mentioned. Maybe
3 or 4 minutes
maybe
to the
it's
break, but
time
there'll
to
be
bring
2 or 3 minutes of
the
added
big
time.
man
There was
on.
a stoppage for an injury to Michele. Here's Bassi under
I still
pressure
say this,
from Traore.
Isidore's not a
Just keeps it in.
natural Portugal goal
Whips it up
scorer.
now, headed.
He's not.
He's gonna try and get away from
He's the
offside
sort
here,
of
but
player
Hugh
that
puts a
picks the
foot
ball
through
up
it.
It was offside,
Gets
referee.
it back to Ruff.
30-35 yards out, runs at goal and
referee.
puts it
Well, the
past the
assistant never
keeper.
flagged.
He's not one
He
of
didn't.
these. He's not a centre forward who sticks the ball in there. He's
Again,
not like
conditions
Kent
played its
who
part.
could put the ball in the net
Yeah.
from a yard out
Not
or
back, Trey Hugh.
20 yards out.
Yeah,
Good cover.
ball with her Trowder wide on the
Not
left-hand
often
side.
that Isidore scores from
Back
in the
to
6-yard box. It's
Ruffs.
normally well outside.
You've just got to keep
when
it
he's
going
been-
till
the
half
ball's
time.
played on, isn't it? He's running onto
Just settle
things.
them down.
Ballard.
Yeah.
Going to be a boring 0-0,
Bringing this
said
out on the
Steve. I
right-hand
mean,
side here.
look, I'd take a point
Yeah.
all day long. When you're away
Short
from home,
sleeves.
it's
Dan Ballard
a bonus
back
to
to
get a point. Anything away
Robin
from home.
Ruff's Xhaka in short sleeves.
I hope we keep a
Back
clean
to
sheet.
Ballard on this
Second half
right-hand
come on
side.
strong.
Michele
Simon says we are poor.
wide,
Need to
it's
pick
gone back
this
to
up
Ruffs.
second half.
in the middle here.
We
and
play,
now
we play better
Hertrowder
when Talby and Bobby comes on.
wide again.
Said Steve. Simon, that's normal.
Siddiqui trying to
Says
work
no
it
way.
through
Maureen
to
says Bobby to
Reynildo.
come on about
The
60.
ball's lost. And
65
King
minutes.
is bringing this away now. Still going, Josh King, edge of the area, but Hertrowder stands firm, and Bassi puts
So I
it
will say
behind.
the pendulum is swinging just
Hertrowder's
slightly
on the
Fulham's
floor.
way. They look they're more likely to
Lying
score.
on his side, inside the Sunderland
Stats can't
penalty
argue.
area.
You can't argue with the stats telling you that.
No, not particularly.
Russ goes to
10,
recover the
11
ball.
shots.
Hertrowder's helped up by
5 or 6 on target.
Reynildo.
It's 10 shots, 4 on target.
plays
for Fulham.
43 minutes. Fulham
And we've
0,
had
Sunderland
A
0.
cuppa and some dry clothes and we'll do it. Do you ever see the Northern Lights up Norway there, man?
Michele
I tell you what,
just pulling up his
this is another
socks.
half that's gone really quick
Down in
so
front of
far.
us
Robert.
here.
It has, it's flown over.
And the rain continues to pour. Ruffs then with the ball in the middle of his 6-yard line. Everybody else pretty much up in the Fulham half. Ruffs drives this up through towards Isidore. It's off the head though of Trey Hume in the
I'm
middle.
sure
And then
Norway
King heads
Macken
it on.
said he lived
and Xhaka
quite a
heads
long
it back,
way up.
nods it back to Ballard. And he
Back in a
looks
sec.
up and under towards the edge of the Fulham penalty area. But there's a foul by Isidore on Calvin Bassi. And it's a
Yeah, I
free
think
kick
you're right, Simon.
to Fulham,
We
which
will have done well.
Joachim Anderson is going to take, the former Crystal Palace defender, though he did have a season loan from Lyon here in 2020-21. Now with
Nice one, Andre.
Iwobi back to Leno, under pressure from Isidore, gets the ball clear. Hume heads it from almost on the halfway line. It falls to Michele. He gets it to Traore. Traore inside to
Right, the other
Xhaka.
side.
Xhaka now looking for Lefay. Lefay
Yeah,
tackled
Fulham are
by
averaging
Wilson.
about
The ball
11
breaks back
shots
though
a
to
game at the
Hertrowder
moment.
in the centre
Yeah,
circle.
well done.
And they've
And he holds
already
off King and then
just
rolls
about
it
hit
out
that
on
against
the left-hand
Sunderland.
side to Reynildo. Reynildo slips it
Oh,
inside to
Birmingham
Siddiqui.
3-1 up.
Siddiqui back
against
to
Norwich now.
Reynildo,
Derby
who's
1-0
just
up
joining us.
against
Sunderland
Watford.
all in black, Fulham all in
Leicester
white.
2 up
And it's
against
0-0.
Stoke.
The ball slipped into the penalty area, and Tete puts it behind
Goal
off
kick. Goal
Lefay
kick.
for a goal kick. We're in the last minute at the 45. The fourth official, Stuart, is Tim Robinson, shows 2 minutes. So we're into those 2 minutes. The players will be grateful for that, as will, I think, everybody sitting on the dugouts on the far side.
It's nearly as tight in the Championship at the moment as it is in
sitting on the
Premier League. Charlton in 12th on 23 points.
A little bit wet.
Stoke
few of them
in third on 27.
Ponchos on, but they are exposed horribly to the elements. Ball in the air. Xhaka plays it now to Traore, almost on the centre spot. Xhaka behind him, Hume. Hume then, water splashes off the pitch as he passes it to Hertrauder. Hertrauder gets it to Reynildo, and then to Lefay, wide on the left inside the Fulham half. Back to Reynildo, Hertrauder, forwards again to Lefay. Has to work hard to drive the ball back to Ballard, and Ballard out wide here to Traore on the right hand side. Looks for Mukeli down the right of the penalty area, goes round well. Bassi, tries to cross, wins the corner.
Well done. Good time to score a goal.
It is second Sunderland corner in the second minute of the 2 minutes being added on. Xhaka's strolling down to take this corner kick.
Lifeboat station.
There's only 30 seconds or so left of the minimum 2 minutes.
It's either
down in the corner there.
Good delivery
On the south
coast, right
or
up in
it's
the
up at
centre circle. Just visions of someone breaking onto the halfway line and trying to score from halfway. As the ball headed away
coast.
by
we're about equidistant between the two teams,
and this will probably be pretty much the last action of the first half. I mean, that's a pretty ludicrous idea, isn't it? Someone breaking onto the halfway line and lobbing the goalkeeper and
going to be
scoring in last seconds of the half.
Have you seen that?
We side or Hartlepool?
Sure, it's happened.
Leno
with the free kick. There you go. That's the half-time whistle.
In the new year.
0-0 at the interval. It's a game not without chances, but half chances, I guess. He described them out.
Is that half-time?
Shots and headers that have been
not
straight
quite
at the keepers.
Have I missed anything?
Had 2 at Leno.
Yeah.
Kevin's had 2 at
it is half-time now, Cabby.
It is half-time.
Drive straight at Roofs as well. A couple of.
I will just kill that and reset the old ticker.
Yeah, so, no real changes to the scores. Birmingham 3-2, 3-1 up against Norwich now. Derby 1-0 up against Watford. Leicester 2-0 up against Stoke. Rest are as they were.
I'm content with that half time. I mean,
yeah, it's Fulham had the best of that half by a decent margin, I think. But
yeah, I still do think though in the transfer window we need something up front. I just think Wilson. Yeah, I like the guy, great player, but it just hasn't got enough for me to cause defenders and defences trouble. Do you know what I mean?
He can when he's played through, when he's running at a defender and the ball's played through to him, he's good. But he's not. That's more like a number 10 rather than number 9, I think. Brobby's more of your number 9. You know, he's the brick wall that you play the ball to and he holds it up for the others to run onto. Be nice to see him get a bit of a run out in the second half, along with Mayenda, because Mayenda's another big unit.
Yeah, we do. Thoughts on
they need to keep it tight at the back.
Yeah, they're just blocking all the channels at the minute. I mean, even Jack has been quiet. If you block the channels for Isidore to run onto, he's quiet. Thoughts on the first half on social media? I've just put lacking up front. We need that experienced striker in Jan. Graham says, not our best performance. Surely must improve second half. Gary says, we're always stronger in the second half. Ian says, think we are still on an international break. Lucky to be going in level. Yeah. Lewis says, if I've learnt anything so far, need to say it till the end. Derek says, must do better. Take a point in this absolute awful weather, said Scott. like I say, never ever be disappointed getting a point in the Premier League. Unless you need 3 points to save you safe from relegation, of course. But I don't know. I don't think Sunderland's been poor. To be quite honest with you, I just think they're sort of being a little bit cautious, and they don't want to try and fling everybody up front because they know Fulham's dangerous at Craven Cottage. Would you make any changes half time? Would you keep it the way it is?
I think I'd be considering, maybe it's not at half time, but not too long after half time, I would expect to see Brobby and Talby coming on.
Yeah.
Possibly swap Lefay and Traore out for maybe Zadingra, bring Adingra on.
Yeah, Norway says bring on Bobby. I agree. Cabby.
Yeah. D Edge has said, Labrie isn't shy about making a change in the team. We were convinced last season that he was, because he never changed any players much before 75th minute. But now he seems to be. He'll change the team if he needs to very quickly. But that's maybe what you need. Needs to be done.
Yeah, Brobby. It's Mr. Blobby. Mr. Brobby.
Blobby. Yeah.
If he becomes so popular, I think come Christmas time, it'd be so funny if you see Sunderland fans turning up in the Mr. Blobby costumes, wouldn't they? I don't know if Brobby would actually take it to heart like that.
Yeah, I think he probably would actually. If he, once it's explained to him that he was a cult hero, I think he'd accept it as a compliment.
Oh dear me, but it's a tricky place to go, Craven Cottage, and they've been in the Premier League quite some time for them now, haven't they?
They have. I think I remember it was about 2008, 9-ish. I was driving from Gutterslope to Hanover to collect somebody from the airport, and there was loads of Fulham fans on the road for a European game.
Yeah, they're well travelled. They're not a bad supported team, Fulham.
They're not, and and like we were saying earlier, they are proper fans rather than prawn sandwich jobs.
Oh yeah, totally agree with you on that one. Yeah, probably needs a decent chance. I do. I mean, am I being a bit harsh on Isidore there? Do you think by saying he just goes missing too long?
No, because the problem is he does go missing. In a game like this where we're not pushing forward a lot, he's anonymous. But as we say, you put the ball through to him, he'll have a shot or put it in the net.
Wilson's not a proper striker for me, mate, says somebody's put on chat.
Yeah. And Chris Fox, yeah. You can have, possession, and somebody, one of the viewers mentioned earlier, possession for Sunderland means nothing. We had 30% possession at Chelsea in 1-2-1, and you wouldn't have guessed we only had 30% possession. Same with Arsenal. That was nearer to, I think it was 60-40 in favour of Arsenal, but you wouldn't. Again, that was a one where, you wouldn't have guessed it was that different. And I think the best we've had was against Everton, where we had 61% possession in the game.
We did.
And bearing in mind, we didn't have any possession in the first 30 minutes because Everton were all over us.
Malta Singh says, Traore isn't the solution like as yet. He says the finishing coach needs to spend a lot of time with him. Roof's keeping us in the game. Big second half required. But like I say, that's all it's all about.
Yeah,
somebody else has just says Traore looks sharp. Ed says need to go 4 at the back. and pop an extra person in midfield. David says, we must improve in the second period. Fulham in control, but this is the way we seem to play. Hopefully get a couple of chances in the second half. Another fan saying we'd be 2 or 3 down if it wasn't for Roofs. That's why we've got him. He's a quality keeper.
Yeah.
Conditions aren't helping, says Carl. We are giving the ball away cheaply and making bad decisions in the box. Hope for a better second half and a cheeky 1-0 win. Fulham's doing high in the well press, says Christopher, so far, not giving us a minute to get settled.
Which is what you said at the beginning of the game, that, you know, it was going to be a challenge because Fulham will be in our faces.
Well,
and that's exactly what's happened.
Alan says, could somebody explain to me the difference between Mukiele winning the ball back outside Fulham box, Fulham free kick, and Fulham defender putting Isidore on the ground, not giving? Not saying Isidore one was a free kick, more than theirs wasn't either. Ref has been crap, says David. Roofs has been brilliant.
Yeah.
I think there's just a little bit of frustration kicking in with the fans, but how? We're away from home. Like I say, I'm happy 0-0. You know, performance-wise, look, we're not doing disastrous. We're not.
No, we're not getting beat. That's the important thing at the moment. It's 0-0. Got everything to play for in the second half. So yeah.
Packer Andrew says, so Cabby Rob, how's your week been? I've been the usual busy at work. You've been up to Fulham? Fulham. Sorry, I've just been on this as well. You've been up to much, Rob?
It's mostly having had people out to assess how much they're going to charge us for moving our stuff from Devon to Seaham. And the prices ranged from $3,000 to $7,500. So
have you definitely got that house, Rob?
At the moment, touch wood, it's still on the cards. They haven't pulled out yet. So, we're heading towards it. The other thing I've been dealing with is we need to have probably replaced the septic system, which is going to cost a few £1,000s, shall we say? And Mrs. is having the horrors over that, so we shall see. But we'll need to speak to the farmer at the back to see if we can bring planting over his field, because they'll not get it in from the front of the house.
David Knight, hope you're well, guys. Good luck for the second half. Cheers for popping in, mate. He says he thinks we'll nick it 1-0. Edge says, how many of the lads playing were on international duty? I think a lot of players in the Premier League were the same as well, weren't they?
Well, they were, and I mean, we had quite a lot of our African contingent were on international duty. Ballard Hume were on international duty. Xhaka was on international. He had 2 international games as well. In fact, I would have thought most of the squad were probably on international duty, as you expect in the Premier League. Most of them are internationals. So,
Chris says they can have the ball as much as they want. They haven't looked like scoring, and with all that possession, should have shows they are poor. Hello, Kingfisher. Welcome along. Says just a quick hello, watching the match. Oh, good to see you. Thanks for popping in. He says like and subscribe.
Kingfisher.
Cheers. He's a member as well of the channel. Chris says, now it's half time. Can you give a shout out to Arlo? Hello to Arlo on his 9th birthday.
Happy birthday,
while
Arlo.
he watches the game. Happy birthday, Arlo. Thanks for watching the Matt and Cabby channel. Ta very much. Let's hope it's 3 points today then for your birthday. It's funny, isn't it, how that first half's just like flown in?
Yeah, it is one of those where it flew over.
Do you know what I think causes it? It's
25 minutes long.
Yeah, do you know I think what causes that is the fact that because there's not so much action going on, we end up chatting loads about stuff, and I think it makes time go quicker.
Yeah.
Oh, our friend of the channel who pops in, Gav on TikTok, he says, let's have a look. We need jacket pep talk at half time. he says.
I'm sure he'll be delivering it as we talk about it. The rockets will have been lit, I would guess. And I think you said it right at the beginning of the broadcast, Cabby. You know, Regis Labrie is the manager and the tactician. The on-field manager is Xhaka. And they'll be both putting rockets up backsides.
Yeah.
At half-time. So hopefully we'll see a far better performance in the second half than we've seen in the first. Although, 0-0, that's not a bad start of the game.
Not a bad start of the game at all.
Yeah.
I've just replied to Gav Sin, says, "How we do, mate? It's our usual first half performance, and Wilson is yet again non-existent. Have I been a bit too harsh for Wilson there? I don't know. I'm just seeing it how it is. I've not heard him at all.
He got a Neely foul, and I think he was offside once. That's the only mentions I've seen of him on the BBC text for the game. Wilson Isidore caught offside.
109 wickets.
Yeah, some people are messaging me privately as well, saying about how come this sometimes you get a comment on Newcastle on the internet and sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
You would think copyright would be copyright. You either can or you either can't. It must just depend game per game. That's how it must work. It has to be.
Yeah, I know last season and all the time
making sure in mentality of you've never got enough. The guys who obviously had success on there with that wicket were the ones who were brave enough to be able to not
where none of the games could be broadcast live on the internet. They had to be broadcast through the clubs.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Through the clubs' websites, and most of the clubs in the Football League had to charge for them. You could not get the games free of charge. Whereas now that you're in the Premier League, if BBC have got the rights to broadcast it on something like 5 Live or something like that, it means it can be broadcast on the Tinterweb via Radio Newcastle as well.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also the option, I know it's not watching the game, it's listening to the game, but if safc.com, providing you register, which is free of charge, you can get the Radio Newcastle match commentary with Benno and Barnsley on safc.com.
And I prefer the Benno and Barnsley. I kind of stand listening to naturally biased commentary from other teams and stuff. It's not the same.
No.
Siddiqui, Traore, Xhaka, Lafay and Isidore.
It's still absolutely chucking it down.
King, Berger, Wilson,
As Regis Labrie with his game face walks on, the rain still pelting down on the haze light off the floodlights. You can see the rain. There's no let up at all.
At least it's not as cold as
right to left. Xhaka's just got us underway. Fulham are all white as Lafay onto a ball straight away and shoots just past the foot of the post.
He tried to get a little bit of a bend on it, didn't he?
It went 6 inches past the foot of the right post.
Hello, James Ramsey, mate. Good to see you, pal.
20 seconds
we
or
are
less.
Sunderland. How are the lads?
From
hope you well, James. Are you okay?
Opportunity. Yeah. Nonetheless, it's gone out.
I expect Fulham to play with a little bit more tempo now in the second half.
Packer Andrew says, Cabby Rob, if you are our manager, would you change anything?
Work to do in the first half, but fairly straightforward work.
I'd give the
worry comes from the fact that Fulham were getting the ball inside the penalty area.
Their ideas.
Here's Anderson,
and then
out to Tetty on the right. The ball comes out off Lafay for a throw to the home team on halfway. And half-time, their former striker Brian McBride was paraded around the pitch.
This is the thing, and this is
what's strange, really, because he was on his own with his family under an umbrella, walking behind him. It was a bit of an odd ceremonial sort of walkabout.
By the end of the game,
we were pushed on up towards Kevin through the middle, but won back by Ballard.
We were, yeah.
Looking to get it over the top for Isidore.
So,
it bounces away
bringing
from
on fresh
away, but
legs.
he's run onto it. Down on the
particularly
left,
the one
pulls it
where
back
we've got
to Lefay, who plays it back to Reynildo,
and the skill,
to Lefay again on the left and
the
back to
likes of
Reynildo,
Robbie
and inside to Hertraude inside the Fulham half. Closed down by King, plays it back to
Talby.
Ballard, Jimenez on his shoulder. Ballard
Talby
plays it wide down the right for Traore to chase. Bassi will get in front of him and play it back to Bernd Leno, the German goalkeeper.
I couldn't get the commentary on the SCFC website. It's maybe because Radio Newcastle's got it and 5 Live's got it as well.
That colour is difficult to say. The front lights make it look pinker than it probably is.
So it's available on that SCFC website. Probably realised not when he broadcast it because it's free to air anyway.
It's on SCFC.com. Yeah.
Gathering the ball,
try refreshing it,
15 yards short of the halfway line on the right hand side.
Aaron, you need to.
It's a long time since I've seen.
Oh yeah, you do. You need to register. You've got to make sure you're registered. Yeah.
I was going to say it's a long time since I've seen rain as heavy as this for as long as this. And we've been in these situations before.
And you get
the ball now
you'll get
on the right still. There's a battle and the ball breaks for Ballard.
But if you register, you get
to Robin Roofs. Closed down by Jimenez. He gets the ball away up to the halfway line. Tete heads it on, and Wilson can't get his head on it.
Eds.
Rolls back to Xhaka.
We'll have to
Xhaka slips it now to Reynildo. Reynildo back to Hertraude. Hertraude across to Ballard at the edge of the penalty area. Wide then to Micheli, and it's out for a throw to Sunderland on the right, inside, deep inside their own half. BBC Radio Newcastle, 49th minute. Following us, build-up and full commentary of Newcastle Manchester City. As the ball breaks for Berger, and now Wilson in the centre circle. And he's looking to slip it through here to Kevin, but it comes off his ankle. He still gets it under control though, and Sessegnon tries to cross it. Micheli blocks it. Humes bringing it out now, plays it wide, and the ball is swept across to the left-hand side.
That's a terrible ball.
Reynildo
got away with that.
Yeah, it was Micheli's.
That's not a head injury. That's poor. That is poor.
The referee stopped it. I agree with you. He's trying to say head injury, and I'm not sure it did or was.
He'll have to leave the pitch.
Yeah, Forest 2-0.
He's on his feet, and he's being allowed treatment.
He's got to leave.
Because the referee's telling him he's got to get off.
Yeah.
And that's,
the referee's saying, look, head off.
You can't have the best. No, you can't have the best of both worlds, can you?
No.
He goes down holding his head. Then when he gets to his feet, he doesn't want to come off the pitch.
Sorry,
we're on the break.
Well, drifted away from my mouth
being punished.
Again. Yeah, Andre. Big tends to do that because I've got one ear,
as they say there. Jimenez
hanging on the back of my head because I'm listening to the commentary on the other laptop. So.
Ruffs taps the ball to Trauder. Jimenez is on the touchline just down in front of us here. Siddiqui on halfway leaves it for Trauder. Out to Lefay on this left-hand side, just in the Fulham half. Siddiqui again to Xhaka in the middle. He lifts it away down the right wing to Micheli, to Traore, sorry, and it slips away from him. And it's Liverpool 0, Forest 2 at Anfield. 27,560 is the attendance this afternoon.
He did go for a draw, and Liverpool
passing on that sheet of paper down the line. Long throw actually, as it turns out, from Sessegnon down the left. Jimenez is back on, trying to whip it across to Wilson. Wilson to Tete, inside to King. King at the back of the D finds Iwobi, and Iwobi now looks for Sessegnon. Traore's gone with him, and Sessegnon stumbled to his knees, got back up again, still has the ball. Traore got a touch to the cross, bounces awkwardly in the penalty area, and it's gone for a corner.
Getting sacked in the morning, then.
It's a fourth Fulham corner, first of the second half. Yeah. We're in the 51st minute.
A corner? Yes, it is a corner. They've made a signal there, haven't they? Bouncing the ball 4 times.
You think that's what that is?
Yeah. The lead against QPR again.
Have they?
Bouncing the ball. Yeah.
Yeah, easy ball does go
this is a work. They've done this on a training ground.
If the channels get stifled out, you don't see easy ball sorts.
Yes.
But that's why you need that natural goal scorer.
The ball is
when the
placed,
ball's bobbling in the
and
box.
it's going to be Iwobi who takes it.
But he did do that against Chelsea.
So you think, with his left arm raised now, after 6 bounces of the ball, everybody rushes into the penalty area. The ball hangs in the air. It's headed in the air by Mukiele and now by Siddiqui. Brought down by Iwobi, and he's trying to get the ball in from the left of the penalty area. Plays it back out to Tete, and now Sessegnon, or Kevin, and then Sessegnon getting to his feet on that far side to try and work the ball forward. Iwobi now to Berger or just on the left edge of the penalty area, wins another corner.
Fell in the right way of Rooster.
Definitely.
What's the signal this time? I wonder.
Iwobi's got across, he's wandering across to take the corner again. It's a fifth Fulham corner.
62-38.
So
hand up this time.
It's just a hand up. He's just
how long have we had that problem
straight
for?
Back down on the quadrant. Right arm.
Don't get service. Don't get service.
At the Hammersmith end.
So what do we need to
Whips the ball in
improve?
towards the far post. Sunderland defender's gone down. Renildo, and he's won the free kick.
Saying that, don't we? He's not got the service.
For the
what
push,
do we need to improve?
Presumably that sent him flailing.
Well, the thing is,
to the floor. You don't hang around on the floor in this weather.
Strength is running on balls that are played through from the midfield.
Jimenez comes back and passes
and
the ball back to Roofs, who wasn't going to come out for it. Do you know, if anything, this rain's getting harder.
They've been probably sitting too deep.
I've got a cap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
it's not good for me. Between him and the midfield.
But it's good for me because if I don't wear a cap, my glasses get so wet.
So your glasses,
perhaps what we hate
it's entirely practical.
We need
as the ball bounces on the roof above us and bounces onto the pitch.
This half,
Renildo gathers another one for the cones below us.
Put press a little bit higher
Throw
up the
to
field, so
Sunderland halfway inside
more
the
chances will come.
Fulham half. Here's Siddiqui.
I expect so.
Siddiqui back on halfway, finds Ballard in the middle in his own half. And Ballard now striding on up to the halfway line. Jimenez sticking with him. Ballard still going, leaving it well in the end.
I still wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool come behind
because Jimenez and Kevin between them
no,
nearly
and I mean, you look at the stats
for that.
Liverpool 72%, Forest 28%.
Mukiele has the throw then in front of the
Liverpool 11
on the far side.
5.
Looks like it's Liverpool's bogey team at Anfield, doesn't it?
54th minute.
Let's just hope we're a bit of a bogey team for them as well.
Long down the line, bounces over Isidore. Bassi puts it out.
Here we go.
Opportunity here for Mukiele then.
Dry the ball off.
For a long throw into the Fulham penalty area.
Ball's flying in at Loftus Road.
First one of the match.
Eastleigh 0, Hartlepool 1. It's 4:15. It's already pitch black because the rain clouds are so dark. It actually got dark.
It won't be long
at 3
till we'll have
o'clock
our
this afternoon.
shortest day.
No.
Here's Mukiele then with the throw into the penalty area. A bit of pulling on Ballard's
Borough
shirt.
1-1, they'd be really mackerel.
Yeah.
No arguments from Ballard.
The
ball rolls out into touch. Oxford 1, Middlesbrough 1. It's a Fulham throw in front of the Fulham dugout.
And again,
Middlesbrough
71% possession, Oxford 29.
Anderson, and now Tete on the right, closed down by Lefay. Looks for King.
Hello, Dougie,
King
moderator.
gets the ball in front of her Trouder. King
Good
now
afternoon,
slips it into Berger.
Hey, the dog's been quiet today. Where's our bounty at?
Great ball from him out towards Kevin on the left wing.
He's
trying to skip inside, but gives the ball to Xhaka.
He did pitch up earlier,
bringing this out through the middle of Sunderland, leaves it for Lefay, and Siddiqui goes out to the left.
Traore, he's upset. He should have got the pass.
Xhaka back to her Trouder, on to Mukiele. Mukiele just shy of the halfway line, wide to Traore. Traore cutting inside, coming back into his own half.
Thanks, we just need 19 before we hit the 100. Thank you.
Now to Roofs to his left, outside his penalty area. Trying to encourage King to run to him, then he kicks it down.
Here he is. Hello, Bounty.
Heads it away from Siddiqui.
Hiya, Bounty. You're going to give us some more luck today?
Trouder just left of the centre circle. Immediately, Jimenez runs into and gets the ball to King. King tries to lob Roofs. That wasn't very good.
He's the sort of dog who
wasn't very
sleeps
good,
22 hours a day.
If it was on target, it was a goal, by the way.
The rest of the time,
well off his
he's
line.
either out off his line or he's eating.
He didn't execute it very well at all.
How we're playing, says Dougie.
We play 56 minutes live on BBC
better.
Radio Newcastle. Ballard.
Probably the
to
best way of
Roofs.
putting it, Dougie.
Passes it on to Xhaka. On the left, forwards to Siddiqui. Wide to Ronaldo. Ronaldo back to Xhaka. Just at the left of the corner.
Nahama, good evening, best of luck to you. And what do you know? Argyle actually managed to win a game
Xhaka
today.
to Trowder again.
Well, good.
Trowder.
Good win for
Siddiqui in the centre. Ballard has to work to get this, keep it in on the
we
far
had
side.
many meetings with them and we failed to beat them.
Again
Argyle.
to Robin
Yeah,
Roofs.
they were a bogey team.
Just at the edge of his penalty area to Xhaka. Xhaka head down and gets on.
Traore's crying for the ball.
He's desperate to get on the ball on that far
Premier
side,
League
isn't he? But it's come left to
Kelly?
Lefay.
Hey?
Lefay
No change in the
cutting back
Premier
into the
League
middle.
scores.
There's no change in the Premier League
Ball
scores.
way
Birmingham
downfield. It's going to
4-1
go
against Norwich
right
now.
back up to Neto at the Leno at the not Neto. Leno at the
Portsmouth
edge of
2-0
the
up against Millwall.
Fulham penalty area.
Got to find another way, haven't we?
Yeah. It's a bit one-dimensional at the moment for Sunderland. Here's Anderson. Bassey.
Hit the subscribe button if you're new,
Back
thank you.
to Leno.
Let's see if we can get to 100 likes
Leno
or not.
to
Come on.
Bassey again. Traore
83
has probably been the most active of the Sunderland players this afternoon when it comes to trying to get forwards and get involved. But now there's a foul on Kevin. Just
It's a
inside
sort of
the
game, isn't it, where you can quite happily
Sunderland half.
sit back with your pipe and slippers and maybe that's it.
Yeah. Just like
there's going to be a change.
Hartlepool too. So who is it going to come on? It's a Sunderland change.
Jasha has to get into them, says John.
Cross.
Good evening, Eves in Wellington.
Here's Anderson. Wide to Wilson. Wilson stabbing from Lefay to win the ball back to Reynaldo, who's having to work hard with Tetty all over him in the corner. And in the end, Lefay comes back and gets the ball out to the edge of the area to Ballard.
Traore.
And, Ballard. Traore's calling for it again. Throws his hands down in disgust. The ball wasn't played over the top for him. And now it's out wide to Hume. Hume inside to Traore, who taps it back to Hume. And Hume, we're halfway inside the Fulham half.
We used to use carrier bags
wide
at
again
fullbacks, but we actually, because
Mukiele. Inside to Hume.
carrier bags
Hume to Traore.
So
Traore now. Mukele's got forward. And Traore's behind him.
Don't say every
Mukele on to Hume. Hume back to Traore. On again to Mukele on the right hand side. Now looking for Lefay's run into the box. An easy draw. Trying to flick it in. He wins the corner.
Come on, Sean.
At the post, trying to flick it past Leno.
But
a block was made. And in nearly the hour mark, Sunderland have a third corner.
Definitely have more of this second half.
Half an hour to play. Fulham 0, Sunderland 0.
Can they suck this one in, the supporters? Good delivery, that's what you want.
It was as low as 19 at one point.
Taken short by Xhaka. Whipped in from the corner, caught by Leno. It was whipped in by Traore, and a break here. Jimenez, so it came off Ronaldo. So King's come to work especially hard to get there ahead of Siddiqui, and he got caught, Siddiqui, but the free kick been given, has it? No, the throw has been given.
I don't know why we don't play Tarby from the start.
Siddiqui got a kick on the ankle.
I think it's possibly because he's still a bairn. I think he's under 20, isn't he?
But it's a throw to Fulham.
He's only about
halfway inside the
20-year-old.
Sunderland half. Berger.
Nice bit of play from
here to Anderson. Iwobi. Berger.
But I mean, that's
by Lefay. Played it straight to him. Now looking for Isidore. Isidore with Traore. Traore
cutting on your left.
Bassey to come past. He's going to slip it inside, but straight to Anderson to clear. And he gives the ball away to Ballard in the centre circle. Forwards to Xhaka. And now Siddiqui. Siddiqui to Lefay at the edge of the area, trying to flick it through for Lefay, but Anderson clears again. Reynaldo nods it down the left here to Siddiqui. It's put out by Tetty. Throw to Sunderland halfway inside the
good result for
Fulham half on the left.
Scoreline for Sunderland.
Substitution still to be made. Ronaldo's going to take the throw
here.
It
looks like Forest and West Ham are going to be pulling themselves out.
Back it comes to her Trowder.
West Ham are
inside to Ballard.
14th, Forest are 17th, Leeds 18th,
behind the centre circle.
Wolves still at the bottom.
Pauses a moment, weighing up his options, plays it back to Roofs. And team news from St James's Park.
He needs to shut up in the background. I think Ben
Newcastle against
there.
Man City
He's
at
always done that Ben
changes all in defence. Newcastle,
what do family turn up when I'm
Livramento
listening to the match?
Share, Chow,
being nasty.
Hall, Bruno, Tonali, Joe Linton, Murphy, Barnes and
Leeds and Burnley now in the relegation zone. Yeah. Leeds
Thank you, Razor. Here's Lefay on the left-hand side of the Fulham penalty area, dribbling in, pulling it back now to Xhaka, who tries to find Hume. It's stabbed out by Fulham, straight to Siddiqui. Siddiqui now down to Lefay on the left-hand side. Lefay
just going to say exactly
now.
the
He runs across the back of the penalty area, leaves it for Xhaka behind him. Hume crosses, curls one in, it's headed out by Anderson, straight to Ballard. He finds her Trowder on the left-hand side. Now Hume on the left. Hume slips it into Lefay in the penalty area. Lefay, he's got Siddiqui behind him. Siddiqui on the left now. He's got to come past Teti. Siddiqui into the penalty area. Siddiqui trying to find a way through. Crosses towards the far post. It's hooked away though by Sessegnon. All the way back.
Benoit's side just tells you, doesn't it? End of story. End of the move when Benoit goes, that's the end.
0-0 here
Derby
at Craven Cottage still. We're in the 63rd minute live on BBC Radio Newcastle.
Fulham are going to make a change. Couple of changes
for both teams. There's two changes being made by Sunderland. Broby looks to be one of them. Talby's the other by the looks of things. I think that's going to be the
Mr. Blobby about to come on and Talby.
As Ruffs gets the ball clear of King. Nice dummy played by Siddiqui to Lefay, but across comes Anderson to clear into touch. So changes now being made. It's the usual switch really for Sunderland. Traore coming off for Talby.
200. Come on, there's 212 watching.
So frustrating afternoon for Traore.
Making the first changes, aren't they?
And Isidore. And
Isidore's work rate's been good. I'm not totally
as they usually do,
Isidore.
those pair replaced.
But as a striker, he's been quiet, but he doesn't mean he's not doing nothing. Lefay needs to improve accuracy, says ELS. He nearly scored.
The Fulham changes.
Right at the beginning of the second half, he was just
come on for
a quarter of a foot away.
Broby and Talby's
on.
He's come on for Sunderland.
And
tell you what, we start to turn heads, wouldn't it, if Mr. Blobby scores again?
Yep. So Talby's on for Traore. Yes. Robbie's on for Isidore.
He comes the Terminator, Brian Robbie.
Kevin's coming off as well. I think Sunderland will be. Chekwaezi's coming on. He's on loan from AC Milan,
must be pleased with the substitutions.
Right winger. So the two players that have been giving them a few problems have been taken off.
Will says.
Yes. So I think Sunderland will be quite relieved to see the back of those two. 0-0. Here's Siddiqui trying to get into the penalty area on the left-hand side. Squares the ball in here.
Behind
Broby's
everyone.
Behind it. And Fulham get the
Robbie
ball
on
clear.
For Isidore.
And Ballard slipped down in the centre
I think
circle.
Norway will do with the World Cup.
Now
I think a lot of teams can go further because there's a lot of lesser teams.
The referee says no. He tells Lefay to get
in the
up.
World Cup.
Iwobi comes away with the ball.
Norway
finds Wilson inside to Smith Rowe. And he's trying to get away down the right and wins a throw for Fulham. Deep in the Sunderland half. 65th minute, 0-0. Emil Smith Rowe. Capped 3 times by England.
55-45 possession now.
Midfielder.
Still only had 3 shots, but
this will be a long throw.
We're
lining up
definitely improved.
Line of defenders on the 18-yard line. If you get across, you can't get offside from a throw.
He's an absolute machine. He bullies defenders.
A line with the risk of someone getting
Broby.
Yep.
Is it Ballard still having problems with his boot?
He's tying his laces.
I think we need to get pink t-shirts with yellow spots, Kelly, when it comes on. I think we need to all get pink t-shirts with big yellow spots on for when Robbie comes on.
Fulham.
He'll be getting noticed if he does get another goal coming on again, man.
Smith Rowe comes across back to Teti. And Teti down into the corner. Lefay tries to make a block, and it's a corner to Fulham.
Concentration again, Sunderland. They've set 2 people out.
Wilson's going to take the corner from the Fulham right at the Hammersmith end of Craven Cottage. Right arm raised.
Has not let up once.
Body's in the box. plenty up there. Whipped in by the left foot, headed away by
Dougie
Broby.
on right
Comes down though for Anderson, leaving it for Berger, who's at the left edge of the penalty area. Then Sessegnon whips the ball into the middle. Broby clears it. Back in from Iwobi, over and out.
Did you like the little segment with our new guest, Tinsel the Turkey, Rob?
I did.
It's 0-0 still then.
Turkey.
Bit of fun, isn't it?
The turkey's not just for Christmas. You can have on Boxing Day and New Year's Day.
And the rain continues to absolutely pelt down. Roofs.
Oh, what a
torpedoes south to the right wing to Talby, but Fulham win the ball. Berger gets it back to Leno. Leno passing it out now to Anderson. Anderson
66 minutes.
To Berger. And Berger up to the centre circle. Broby's in front of him. Talby's there as well. Here's Anderson to his right. Anderson has Tetty wide, but he goes inside again to Berger. And Berger through here now to Sessegnon, looking for Wilson, and Wilson drags it past the foot of the post. That was a big opportunity for Fulham.
It was a good build-up play. That was opportunity for Wilson.
Yeah, Crystal Palace
gone the wrong side.
Saying he should have scored.
Yeah,
I think
that has gone the wrong side.
Pino, 69th minute.
Great touch.
Dragging it just wide, and I think he'll know. Roofs was beaten, I think.
Warning.
Well,
another warning, shall we say?
You've got to put your chances away. If you don't, you get punished. Fulham
Wolves
should
nil,
put that
Crystal
chance away.
Palace
Will
2.
they get punished?
Here's Broby laying it off to Lafay, edge of the area, trying to get it back through, but stabbed away by Anderson. And then it's played back.
Currently in the Sunderland at the Queen's Vic pub. My son is in correct.
And then
good luck to your son,
kick
Matthew.
for a foul by Jimenez in the centre circle.
Best watch along. Matt and Cabby and Rob T is there, Dougie. Any changes in any Premier League scores anywhere? Still the same.
Just Crystal Palace.
Just
Palace
on the centre spot.
Ruff's has gone down. Liverpool, Brighton still 1-0 down.
Sitting back.
Brentford and West Ham still winning.
He had a knock earlier on, didn't he?
His knee is rubbing.
And in the championship, Birmingham.
That's a worry.
4 Norwich. 1. Derby
he's
2,
been performing.
1.
Yeah.
That's a slight change. I think it was 2-0.
He's getting some treatment. He's manipulating. Pete Brown's manipulating his right leg and knee.
Leicester 2, Stoke 1. Oxford 1, the Smoggies
incidentally.
1. Portsmouth 2, Millwall 0, and QPR 3.
He's talking to Lebris there, isn't he?
Xhaka.
Yeah. Well, Bournemouth pulled the ball back.
Lebris and Luciano Vulcano.
Maybe he might be put another striker
Palace move into fourth.
It's the right knee by the looks of things for Robin Ruffs.
Did he play for Burnley?
20 minutes or so to play. Ruffs is back up on his feet, flexing his right leg.
Come on, Lucy, son.
Free kick.
Crystal Palace
left footed, didn't he?
Ahead of us
he is. Yeah.
But at the minute we're
Xhaka
concentrating
comes
on
racing back on now to take the free kick in the middle.
Absolutely.
Fulham holding a line, 23-24 yards out.
I'll tell you what, Broby's dressed for action, isn't he? He wants business, doesn't he?
Ran over to
socks down to his ankles.
Regis Lebris.
He's just showing a shot of
natter between
Roofs
each other
before
Roofs
it was his ankle.
Xhaka having a drink as
the ball floats up into the penalty area, off Ballard's head as it gone behind. Didn't get any real contact on it.
Probably another sub coming on then.
Ronaldo was in there as well, but it's a goal kick to Fulham.
Been a strange game so far, hasn't it, Rob?
Passed out by
it's
Leno to Tetty.
I'll quote
down the right to well, looked like it from here, but hard
David
to say.
Coleman playing a game of 2 halves.
Back to Ruffs.
It's been a pet performance.
Just left foot on the ball at the edge of the penalty area. Hertrauder comes back, plays it out to Hertrauder, Robin Ruffs.
Once again, it's another match where you can't tell who the newly promoted side is, can you?
No.
Out to Xhaka. Xhaka back to Ruffs. Berger goes to close him down, and Ruffs sidesteps him, gets it out to Xhaka.
Don't panic.
And Berger's on his shoulder, plays it behind it to
I know, it's mental.
Out then to Mukeli on the right. Mukeli
Only slot
onto Hume, who's in midfield now.
I think he's
looking to lift it over here to Lefay on the left-hand side. Lefay into the penalty area, into the penalty area, onto his left, trying to cross it, wins a corner off Tetty.
Good play by Sunderland.
Good ball by Hume.
Good play by Roof, the goalkeeper.
It's not a bad result, 0-0.
That's confidence for you.
Oh, he's not short of that.
I won't be unhappy with a
corner then on the left at the Cottage.
Good delivery.
Cottage. And it's Lefay who's going to take it in front of the Sunderland fans at the Putney end of Craven Cottage in the 72nd minute.
Suck it in.
As Lefay comes forwards with his right, drives it towards the far post, headed back by Xhaka straight into the hands of the goalkeeper.
Ben Osai again.
His former Arsenal teammate. It's rolled out then to Jimenez, and then wide to the left. It's played on by Iwobi, on to Chukwueze to Wilson. Wilson in the penalty area. It's just stabbed away from him by Ballard. Comes to Jimenez, another block at the edge of the area by Xhaka. Jimenez then gives the ball away to Lefay. Lefay here now on the left-hand side to Mukiele. Broby's got to work hard to get on the end of this because Bassi comes across in front of him and plays it back to the goalkeeper. Is it getting a bit stretched now?
Hiding the user on the channel. Anybody that comes in the channel
73rd
just
minute.
And it's not. Just get them.
Out wide on the left. Played inside by Chukwueze to
Why do you
Smith
come on the channel and shout goal when there's like nothing happening, honestly?
Into the Sunderland half.
256 people watching.
Who's played the ball back. It's come now to Anderson.
93 likes to see 7 more likes to hit.
And then out wide again, Sessegnon to Smith Rowe. Chukwueze looking for the return ball to Sessegnon, but out comes.
I can see a winner being in this game. Who's equalised?
Brighton at home, Brentford.
Brighton have equalised.
Quickly to
Ballard.
Smith Rowe in front of him, back to Roofs. He has to pass it out again to Xhaka, to Ballard.
Somebody needs to tell him
to close him down. Ballard's ball up to the halfway line. Bassi plays it down the left again here. Inside to Smith Rowe, out to Sessegnon, into Chukwueze, and back out to Iwobi. Iwobi lifting it up to the edge of the area.
It's a bit tense now, the game, isn't it?
It is.
Mukiele. Berger back onto halfway. Bassi now back to
evenly matched sides so far.
Leno.
Yeah.
Pushes it out to Bassi. Calvin Bassi takes it into the Sunderland half. Leaves it wide on that left-hand side.
I'm just trying to decide
back inside
the Greek word there.
Smith Rowe and now Anderson.
Isn't this the ground where Jimmy Hill wound up the Sunderland fan?
Anderson again as Fulham push on and look wide to Tetty.
Did he have something to do with Fulham?
Crosses, looking for Jimenez, bounces away from him. Smith Rowe drives it wide.
And he was Coventry, but I
thought that was a goal.
I thought it was going in.
I was waiting for the
ripple there.
There was a ripple there as well.
Coventry as well.
You know, you're thinking
there's a clip on YouTube where
he did. It was below bar height. I thought he'd smashed that home, but it's gone behind. Brighton 1, Brentford 1. Scored here in the draw with Manchester United at the start of the season.
We'll be confident if it was us that did that.
I'm just trying to decipher that Greek name.
Stabbed away.
Something like
back it comes.
Abatoria
to Bassi to head clear from Broby. Headed on by Hume. Broby.
That's
a foul. Yeah. Surely, but the referee's given nothing.
He was chairman of the
picked up by
I don't know whether
Hume or Talby played all the way back to.
I can't speak Greek, but I can read it because it's all mathematical symbols. But I don't know what letters are what.
A bit of an up and under hopeful ball for Broby to chase.
We've hit 100 likes, thank you
just took a chance with that one, but it's cleared by Fulham. It's gone out for a throw to Fulham.
And we've got another subscriber.
Inside their half on the left-hand side, the rain drives on and on and on. It's been relentless, absolutely relentless, this rain. Ball's back with Leno. Rolls it out to the right here. Anderson to Tetty. Over the halfway line, but straight to Trauder, on to Xhaka.
I think it'll be a bit added time on about 6 minutes. You think?
Back to her Trauder. 76th minute now.
Against West Ham, we knew that.
Ball with Roofs.
no other changes.
0-0.
Into the
Cross to
championship.
Ballard. Lefay's got his arms raised here. He wants the ball out here on the left wing.
Millwall
goes right to McKaylee. Inside to Hume. And then McKaylee's gone down. It's a throw though to Fulham. Quickly taken. Bassey to Anderson. And then
we need a goal, says
back to
Philip
Bassey.
Stout. How were the lads?
Again to Chukwueze. He's cut out by McKaylee for Talby, but again blocked by Bassey. Gets it on eventually to Chukwueze on the left. He finds Smith Rowe down the left of the penalty area, rolls it in towards Jimenez. He falls away, drops to the floor. The ball
it's
goes
fast.
out
It's end to end.
to Hume on the right.
It is, and that's that's reflected in the stats at the moment.
He's gone out again for another Fulham
I
throw.
mean, it's about 55.
It's all getting a bit frantic.
It is. Fulham are starting to claw a little bit back.
Iwobi.
It was mostly Sunderland.
Rolls it across to Tetty on the halfway line on the right. Back to Anderson. Anderson in the centre circle.
6 now. Thanks
to Berger.
For that information. And Jimmy Hill, the only footballer that had to be sent off for Chinnington.
Just pausing a moment in front of the
I actually met Jimmy Hill when I worked at the golf course down south.
Tetty again.
Charity thing, and he was playing golf there.
Joachim Anderson.
Did you punch him?
Rolls it square to
it was the
Bassey,
year
just
one of the
inside
Euros was on.
Sunderland half.
And I think
wide again on the left.
Where Greece won the tournament.
Trying to skip round Talby, crosses towards the far post. Ruffs comes for it and throwing himself at it was Jimenez. It's a goal kick.
If it was on target, it was a goal. He thought he had it.
Harry Bennett would he start if it was
He
on
didn't get his
target.
fingers. I don't know if that's
on target, Harry, was it?
That's because he took his
not a
eyes
goal.
slightly off it. I'll tell you one thing about the floodlights,
Like
they are right in your eyes. I
I
don't know if that's a factor.
Your uncle.
But it's a goal kick to Sunderland. We're
What's
in
your
the
thoughts,
78th
Rob?
minute,
77
0-0.
minutes on the clock.
Ruffs with the kick.
We've been a lot better
Strong
in the
kick
second
up
half
through the
than
middle
we were in
again.
the first.
Anderson gets his head on it. Drops to
We've created some chances.
Siddiqui.
make
Wilson's
take
won
one
it
of them.
back. Renildo has
And
to
make
work
sure
it.
Fulham don't get one of theirs, because Fulham will still
Wilson,
create chances themselves.
And it's going to be a yellow card for
I think
Renildo.
Fulham have had 16 shots, 4 of which
I'm going to concentrate here, as I said. You don't want to start
we've
making
had 4
mistakes, do you?
shots, 2 of which are on
Not
target.
now, not this late
Yeah,
in the
two on
game.
target at least.
Away from home.
Yeah.
So Tetty will take the free kick back to Anderson. Renildo in the book. He joins Ballard in Darren England's notebook.
Lucky.
And McKaylee just couldn't get on the end of it. Smith Rowe laying the ball off to Chukwueze. He rolls it back into Sessegnon in the penalty area. Shot blocked by Ballard.
Man of the match, the weather, says Colin.
Handball from Tetty,
Yeah.
who appeals everything. And out to Chukwueze again on the left-hand side. Rolls it in now to Sessegnon across the face of goal, and it runs away for a throw. On the right-hand side for Sunderland.
Turning the screw a little bit though, Fulham. The last 5 minutes or so, they've gone close. It's causing problems.
80th minute, 0-0.
110 now. Thank you. Come on, Sunderland. You need to
outlet ball.
have a couple of chances at least. Come on.
It's not coming from them at the moment.
Yeah, they need to step it up a little.
Home fans trying to get behind there.
There is a crowd in here.
Actually, amazingly, I think they're staying because they don't want to go home in this. Throw for Renildo.
Staying in the
Throws
ground
it down the line straight to Tetty.
They don't want to go home in the rain.
He stabs it through eventually to Wilson, and now back into Iwobi. It's going to fall for Chukwueze, but Ballard, wonderful tackle.
Look this side.
Broby now,
I'm just waiting for
halfway
Ben
up to
Wilson.
Siddiqui on the left-hand side.
Look at Talby.
Fulham half. He swings the ball
Oh.
There we are.
Talby.
There he goes.
Away on the far side.
Welbeck
and
is
Sessegnon
scoring
lets
the lead.
it run out. Does he for a throw?
Absolutely.
He does. To Fulham. Taken by Sessegnon. Back to Leno.
Hey, now the Fulham fans singing.
I know.
It's driven on by the German keeper.
First time
Russ
in the
comes
game.
across and grabs it at the edge of the penalty area on the left with his outstretched
Brilliant.
left
Forest
hand.
3-0.
Jimenez
You're
has gone
joking.
with him.
Gibbs
Rolled to
White's
Ballard.
just scored in the 78th
Ballard now
minute.
driving another long ball high up in the air, down the right
Tinsel,
wing.
you're way off the mark with that
trying to get on the end of this. Bassey gets his head to it.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Hume is behind him, on to Taulby, on the touchline, inside to Mukaili, leaves it for Taulby, through to Siddiqui, taps behind him now.
He got the wrong way.
Should have gone the other way. But Mukaili goes out to the right to get the ball, tries to cross, it drops for Berger. Now for Chukwueze.
Stretch now, isn't it?
Chukwueze is bringing
You're welcome,
into
Amadeus.
Smith
You're
Rowe.
welcome.
Behind him is Iwobi. Behind him is Bassey. Bassey to Anderson. 82nd minute. 0-0.
No changes to the scores in the championship
for Fulham.
at the moment, Kerry.
Fulham all in white.
Gateshead still
Sunderland
losing.
all in black. And Chukwueze again
He's
on the
run off
left.
here.
He finds Smith Rowe
back
down
there.
the left at the penalty area. It's played through to Wilson, who drives it off.
Yep, I think you're right, John.
Renildo
Till the end.
for another corner.
Michaeli's recovery was poor.
Scoring in the 94th,
Bournemouth 2,
5th,
West Ham
6th,
2.
7 minutes.
Liverpool 0, Nottingham Forest 3.
Concentration again here from set piece.
It's a 7th Fulham corner
What a
from
lot
the
of
left.
corners.
Wilson to take it,
No free headers.
and here he comes.
Yeah, I mean,
His
Sunderland
left
just
foot, it
haven't
hangs
done
in the air
enough
for a
for
moment.
me up front.
Anderson's header bounces wide of the right post.
They've
Goal
not got us
kick to
excited very many
Sunderland.
times, have they?
83rd
No.
minute. It's going to be a nervy final, probably 10 minutes, isn't it?
No, we near the end after the 90th minute. That's when we come
Thought
alive.
Liverpool played this
Smash
amazing
winning away.
So,
Oh, have they scored? Bin Dippers score? Have they actually scored?
Roofs onto the head of
Or have you just seen Bin Dippers
Wilson
score?
in the centre circle. Ballard back to Roofs.
they've
Passes
still
it back
saying
to Ballard. Smith Rowe
0-3.
goes to close him down.
Let's see
Ballard
what the odds
plays
would
that
have been
long
on
ball
that.
up again, looking for Broby. Headed in the air by
113
Anderson.
likes now, thank
And
you.
Hume can't get the ball from
Oddly,
Berger.
funnily enough,
Cayley tries
Forest,
to get
although
round the
they've
back
only
of
had
Sessegnon and catches
25%
him.
of the possession.
Oh, what you
They've had
doing,
13
referee?
shots,
Free
7
kick
of which were on
from
target.
Hargreaves, he's got the ball.
Liverpool have had 15 shots, 4
It's nuts,
Gates
Rob.
said Neil Bourne would too. Here's Berger.
Beach still saying
Edge of the
3-0.
centre circle, over the halfway line. Looks wide left, Chukwueze. Coming on again, Nigerian. He crosses, looking for Jimenez. He scores.
Oh,
Raul Jimenez from 6 yards.
It was coming
has
that,
put it
Rob.
under Roofs.
Yeah,
And
was
Fulham
coming that.
lead by a goal
Yeah.
to 0.
Yeah, you've got to stop the service coming in, haven't you? It's always coming down that left-hand side again since they made that substitution.
that was coming, I'm afraid.
He's caused problems, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He has caused problems.
The late goal this time has come from
Well, still
the
10 minutes to
opposition.
play.
So far, my prediction's been right. I know we said 3-0, but I said with
Second in the Premier League this
feeling
season,
down
scored
here.
against Villa earlier on.
That
7
funny
minutes to
feeling,
go.
Rob.
Yeah,
Raul
you
Jimenez.
said on Thursday.
Well, it's
like, you
given
didn't think
Fulham a
you had
1-0
a feeling
lead,
we would
but you never
lose
say
2
never
or 3-0
with
in this one. So.
Sunderland. They've nothing to lose now to throw everything at it.
It's a great ball in. The phrase is great ball in.
Yeah, Chukwueze's caused all sorts of problems
Yeah,
since the
that ball's
came
coming.
on.
That was coming.
Yeah.
Sunderland fans online saying now, literally just let that happen and shocking.
Good test
We're
of
playing like
character now.
crap,
It is
fully
a good
deserved.
test of
What the
character.
garbage today, said Stephen. Worst game ever played, absolute dog's dirt. This is why I hate
Sunderland all to
international
do
games.
if they're going to get something from
Lose
this
our
game
momentum.
now.
The rain hasn't helped certain
Fulham
players.
1, Sunderland
I
0.
wouldn't say we've been awful, would you say, Rob?
I wouldn't say we've been awful, but
Raul
we've
Jimenez,
certainly not
in
created
total, it's his
as much as
5th goal of the season.
Not created
enough,
Cup,
have
and
we?
he scored 2 for
No.
Mexico as well.
no,
But
we haven't created.
we said it was
Apparently
getting a
it
little
came
bit
from
too
a free
open.
kick,
It was
which is
Yeah,
absolutely
it's
nothing.
stretched,
It wasn't a
getting
free kick,
stretched.
apparently.
And Raul Jimenez and Chukwueze have made the most of that.
Fulham are going to make another substitution.
86th minute, there'll be time added on. It's 1-0 to the home
We've
team.
looked way off it today.
Fulham going to make another change, but Taulby's on the ball at the moment. Taulby now trying to find a way in. slips it to Hume, back to Talbot, leaves it though for McKaylee, goes straight to Iwobi. And Iwobi now running it to Wilson. Wilson up to the halfway line, trying to get the ball through here to Jimenez. Advantage from the referee. Jimenez still going. Jimenez in the penalty area, leaves the ball here for Chukwueze. And he pulled the ball back. Jimenez again, cleared off the line.
Murdering us at the minute, Rob.
By Siddiqui.
It's
going to come again. Berger's got onto this and finds Anderson in the centre circle. Jimenez nearly close to getting a brace within a couple of minutes of each other. But they've kept it out for the moment. Smith Rowe's got it on the right, inside to Berger. Berger out wide to Tetty. Tetty back to Smith Rowe. And Smith Rowe rolls it across to Iwobi here. Iwobi leaves it.
Hinchelwood, 84 minutes.
Chukwueze, or is it Sessegnon? Sessegnon back to Anderson, now to Tetty, 87th minute, back to Anderson inside the Fulham half, back to the goalkeeper, and then played out on the left to Sessegnon, down the line to Chukwueze.
Don't lose many games.
Pushed in the back by Hugh, behind him is Sessegnon. Bassi whips it up over the halfway line. Trouder has to try and clear.
Can't get over the ball.
No, straight to Chukwueze, and now Iwobi. Iwobi on the halfway line, slips it to Anderson. Substitution will be made shortly. Wide to Wilson. Wilson on the right at the penalty area for Fulham. Finds Berger just inside, then back out on the right to Tetty. And the Dutchman slips it in here to Wilson. And it's stabbed away from
Still a lot of Sunderland fans saying being off it.
Yeah, changes to be made now. Iwobi's coming off.
Like I say, look at my match review. Sorry, match preview. I actually said Sunderland are going to lose. I said 3-0. But I just had this funny feeling it's like a Burnley Titan for players for them.
So this will wind down the clock from their point of view.
Funny place to go. It's a hard place to go. Exactly why do we keep starting Isidore? I love the guy, but Robbie is a better striker than him. I've said from the start, Isidore is not a natural.
Harrison Reed is the replacement.
Steve says Bournemouth going to beat us at home and going to get a nice old hammering at the Etihad and Anfield.
Been here a good few years
now. What would be fair, says man?
Reed.
Well, we need to do something.
This is going to be a long throw from Tetty. Fulham lead 1-0 in the 89th minute. Short throw in the end. Tetty holding it in the corner. In goes Siddiqui. And wins the ball, wins a throw off of Tetty. Renildo waiting to take this. There's a bit of
Maureen Johnson
toing and froing with the assistant. Drops though to Reed. Whipped off him by Broby. Now finds Hume. He's in his own half still, but there's a break from Ukele down the right. Hume's still going. Hume slips it through to Talby. Talby now on this right-hand side.
No.
Chukwueze gets the ball off him, and Chukwueze's pulled down by Talby.
I'm surprised Maureen's shouting for Hume. Because she's usually reliable.
Yeah.
Free kick to Fulham.
Is Mayenda coming on?
Someone's coming on.
Maureen, where did you get that from?
Mayenda coming on. They're just going to throw everything at them. So this in the 90th minute.
And Lefay's going off, isn't he?
Is he? Yes, Lefay is going off as well. And Adingra, is it?
Yeah.
He's coming on. So
Maureen's not normally like that, is she?
Maureen's not usually like that at all, no. Give us a reply, Maureen. Why did you shout goal for him?
Ukele looking for Mayenda alongside Broby. Mayenda's trying to get around Bassi. It rolls back to Leno though. And Leno scoop it up in front of Eliza Mayenda. And
everybody's seeing reps of this
rain is lighter. I say lighter, that's relative. 5 minutes of added time. We've got 5 minutes.
Can't anyone make an error without the flagging match?
You just got us excited, Maureen.
And
you just got us excited thinking it was a goal. It's bound to wind people up.
Hooks it up to the halfway line. Ballard tries to nod it forwards, but it's out to Chukwueze from Smith Rowe again. And now Smith Rowe making a run back through the middle. Trowder tries to block it, but it's laid off to Chukwueze. He tried to find Wilson, but it's blocked by Ronaldo. And now Trowder gets the ball clear to Broby. Broby battling with Anderson. He's pushed down. Was it? The referee says no. He's not.
Oh, referee.
Really isn't giving Sunderland anything this afternoon, Darren England.
It wasn't a foul before the goal. I've not seen it, Ian
Wilson down the left-hand side to Chukwueze again, dribbling into the penalty area, still with it. He's still on the ball. His shot is blocked. It comes back to him, and it's like he's got a magnet on it with Chukwueze. Pulled back here now to Berger. And then again to Chukwueze in the penalty area.
Very similar to the Burnley match.
Pulls it to Smith Rowe, and he scuffs his shot.
And I said it would be. I said in the pre-match.
He's headed back now. He's under pressure from Adingra. Bassi.
Chukwueze's made a difference, hasn't he?
And yeah, he has. Huge difference. And they're going to make another change, Fulham. Leno kicks up over the halfway line. Ballard stabs a foot at it.
Wasn't being like that all afternoon.
Ballard again.
Watford
back to Ronaldo.
Derby.
We're in the 92nd minute.
Go on, get away.
Being added on. Adingra's made a run down the left here. Ronaldo to Adingra. Adingra, Tetty's in front of him. Adingra trying to get the ball on his right.
Penalty.
To cross.
Nobody there. Nobody there.
And behind for a goal kick.
You've got two strikers on. You've got to
I
gamble.
don't think we're getting anything from today, Rob.
No.
92 minutes played. Fulham 1, Sunderland 0. Live on BBC Radio Newcastle.
Observe nothing today. 4-4-2 negative, says Anthony.
Newcastle United
Most worrying,
Manchester
this is
City
6 away games played and we've only scored 3 goals.
Leno
not look like scoring again
jogs
today.
back with the
Same
ball.
as Burnley.
Fulham have not made this other substitution yet. But Leno's encouraging everybody upfield. He's going to kick. And everybody drifting towards the Sunderland half. The substitute getting frustrated that he's not getting on. Leno with the kick. And the referee's booked Leno for his time wasting. First time we've seen a goalkeeper.
We've done nothing out. Yeah, not even. I wouldn't say. But he's come close once with the Fee's chance.
And the substitution being made now.
We've had a couple of shots, but you know,
is Wilson
the
going
stats
off?
Unfortunately are not going to lie for this game. We've had 24 shots.
Yeah, Fulham have
snuffed out
as well. So what could we have done to change it?
Was Wilson's been booked. What's he booked for?
Difficult to say. They basically they've nullified that.
The Stania's coming on.
Nullified the midfield.
So Wilson booked.
This is a horrible fixture coming to Fulham. Like, I'm just glad when it's done and dusted. I'd be more confident Man City.
Fulham still lead 1-0 though.
Liverpool. I just hate coming to these these type of grounds.
Ball headed away by Mukiele. He's in the middle, headed on again by Bergic. Drops through Mukiele. We're in
I said
the
in my preview
minute,
it wouldn't be pretty, and it hasn't been pretty.
Tetty tries to stab it away. Xhaka gets
Referee's
on the
been
end
a
of
twit.
it. Out
No
towards
goal
the
up
left
there.
here. Slips it through to Siddiqui. Out to Adingra on the left wing. Back into the path of Jimenez. Jimenez trying to get past Ronaldo. Can't. Ballard to Mukiele. Forwards to Mienda. Mienda trying to get the ball away from Chukwueze. Wins a throw on the far side.
I mean, even
Sunderland throw, then halfway inside the Fulham half.
In
the last of the 5 minutes being added on at the end of the game. Fulham leading 1-0. Jimenez's goal in the 83rd minute.
I'll have to analyse.
It's going to be a long throw from Mukiele. This is arguably going to be the last chance Sunderland have.
How is it not
of getting anything from the game?
Not going to go that far, especially with
this rain.
You know it's going to drop.
Penalty to Brentford.
It is halfway inside the Fulham half, this throw. And Ballard slips to the floor. He was pushed by Berger. Referee's having a word with the pair of them. Says, I'm watching. It's a short throw to Talby. Talby now has got to get this ball in the penalty area, and there's bodies down everywhere. Well, Ballard and Berger. The ball has come out to Siddiqui. We're into the 96th minute. It's played on to Adingra down this left-hand side. Adingra now needs to get this in the box. Adingra puts the ball in towards the back of the penalty area, and Trowder slashes at it. Berger gets it clear, and it'll bounce away into touch for a throw to Sunderland in their half. Robin Ruffs comes to take the throw. There's no goalkeeper. Come on. Ruffs is appealing for someone to take the throw. He drops the ball down, and eventually another ball is thrown away. They need another ball, and Mukaele finally gets one. And we're creeping up towards the 97th minute here. Fulham leading 1-0. And
come on, man.
The referee is having a word with someone else.
Yeah,
Mukaele's going to take the throw. Mukaele with the throw. It bounces down for Jimenez to try and hook up towards Smith Road. But all in vain, because the full-time whistle's blown. And Fulham win by a goal to nil. Jimenez's goal in the 83rd minute.
Yeah, that's just not good enough from us, Rob, I'm afraid.
Yeah, we didn't seem to play particularly well today. Second half we were a lot better than the first half.
Mm-hmm.
But you know the stats speak volumes. You know, Fulham had 24 shots, 5 of which were on target. We had 4. Possession-wise, it was about 50. Well, it was 57-43, but that's neither here nor there. But Fulham had 44 touches in our box. We had 19 in the Fulham box.
That was putrid, that, like. But, I mean, I did expect... I don't know why. Like I said, I predicted we wouldn't win, we'd lose today. I hate these type of grounds. What type of grounds are they?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just had this funny feeling. But like I say... They're saying the referee it wasn't a free kick. Why wasn't a free kick? I don't know. I can't watch. Yeah. Did he get fouled and it wasn't a foul? But cheers anyway for popping in. People saying a bit too negativity. I'm just calling it as you say, Steve.
Yeah.
Revo says, "Are you sure you're a fan, Steve? Such negativity." He's just calling it as he's saying. But yeah, we were just so far off it today, Rob.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we didn't turn up because we had our chances in the second half in particular. First half we were a poor second best in the first half. On the straight, and Fulham could easily have been 2 or 3 up from the first half. As it happens, the second half was more of an even game. Referee didn't help. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's a learning curve, as 2895's just said. The Premier's a learning curve. We're still learning, and that's very true. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, where are we in the league? We're still, let me see, 5th.
We're still 5th.
Oh, 6th. Brighton have just gone ahead of us.
I don't know if Forest and West Ham's closed the gap, and they were like relegation candidates, but luckily for Sunderland, Wolves and Burnley lost.
Yeah, the good news is though Fulham have moved above the scum. So
Thingy said, Revo, we had a bad game. Ultimately, we've just been promoted by the skin of our teeth, and we've massively exceeded expectations with our league position. But this is the thing, though. You see, Revo, you get used to sort of doing well and winning and getting points, and it's like the longer you go without losing, whatever, it's more of a bitter pill to swallow when you do lose.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And Simon says, difficult place to get anything, but we looked out of sorts today, off the pace, and players looked tired. Start Talby rather than Traore, says ALS. And he says, too many internationals. Cheers, Norway, Mackham. Welcome. I'm glad you've had a good time, mate, and sorry it's not 3 points. Enjoy the rest of your day. Would you say the internationals is disrupted, or do you think that's got nothing to do with it? Everybody has to have the internationals as well, don't they?
Yeah, I think it just breaks the
momentum.
The momentum. It just puts a break on the momentum, I think. And we did have some momentum. And unfortunately, the Premier League, not many of the players actually get time up because most of them are on international duty. They're playing a couple of games, but they've got the training as well. So they're not getting the break. They're not getting it. It's not as if they get a break. Colin May just said the weather played a part. Yeah, It will have done.
We're gonna get some more social media reactions. Billy Barnes says, "Been chasing shadows all game. Easiest 3 points Fulham will get this season." Aki says, "Talby less valuable play. He could pass to Lafay and score. Selfish." Darren says, "We were on top before we made the first 2 subs. Then our keeper should have just come out for the cross like he was going to do before he changed his mind." Jonathan says, "Not a chance with that ref. Our game is based on pressure and attacking. He gave them more free kicks than anything else." Stephanie says, "Hopefully we'll bounce back against Bournemouth, but lack of goals away from home is our worry." I keep on saying that comes with getting a recognised striker, and I do still say we need that. No result is a given in this league. The main thing is we stay competitive, and we have a lot to be optimistic about. We didn't get the floor wiped with us. We didn't get our backsides kicked.
No.
I didn't think Fulham were absolutely superb. I just thought Sunderland just didn't help themselves because they offered literally nought. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Ref should have come out wearing his Fulham shirt. Little better than the first, but we were clearly second best today. Disappointing, poor performance. Look, I don't know.
It happens.
Cheers, Geordie. Cheers, Revo. Dune Bugs. A bit of a brawl on the pitch with the coach and staff. Oh, handbags, is it? Freshy says, "Dougie, just a day off. Can't win them all. Kicked off at the end." No, well, you're not. I mean, there's going to be more defeats for Sun, and of course it is. Steve says, "Stop playing 5 at the back. We are so much better